As your crew managed to get back to, well, where this all started, the team managed to get through the Great Wild Forest without too much of an issue. Well, physically without too much of an issue. While you did lose a week due to the weird fluctuation of time there, you did also learn a thing or two about genocide? It's very unclear if anyone learned anything from that, honestly. But your team managed to help out a few people here and there and help out yourselves, more or less. But in the process, you also learned that something is going on and you're not entirely sure what. Clearly buttons were pushed, but no one has really talked about any of that. You did travel for a few hours and, well, no one really said anything during that time. People had tried to talk here and there and it was small talk, but no one really brought up any current issues. It's that type of situation where you know you did something, but you don't want to know what you did, or perhaps you do want to know, but you're not sure if you should let it go. So over the time of just small chatting, you managed to get into town. It's very, very nighttime now. It's definitely where people are going into bars and staying there for the night, or going to inns and staying there for the night, or going home, dependent on the kind of person you are. But you managed to get back to the town where this all started. Well, this all started for you. Mostly. The town of Hythe is a very populated area with a port city district area. Although it's not its main capital, but it is one thing it does with the neighboring city of Lockwis. However, that is not why you're here. Why you're here is some of you wanted to stop by, but I'll let you guys take care of that momentarily. As you got back here and managed to go and find a street you are familiar with, Nikolai just broke another window and just, like before, just asked Jonathan, "Hey, it's been a while.
Hey, it's been a while. Oh, sorry about your window. I got that for you." And I cast mending on his window.
Yeah. You fully go through cast mending, fixing it. I'm gonna say it only requires one casting because you would have shattered the window into more than one piece. Yeah. It fixes. It's fine. And Jonathan goes, "All right, thanks.
Yeah.
All right. I really gotta make a sign for that. So,
Yeah.
you and your friends here this time, or just you?"
Well, how many rooms do you have?
At this point, Dust, I think everybody else would have walked in with Dust leading the way in through the door, of course.
Well, we're like, there's like 6 of us. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 of us, actually.
Ada whispers to Whisper, "Does Nikolai do that a lot?"
Honestly, yes, in this town.
My god, okay.
For some reason, Fauna's outside the door. But Jonathan does state, about 8 rooms.
Okay, well, I guess we can. That'll be fine. How much is that?
Not that much. Just 2 copper.
I'll give him a gold piece.
All right. I don't have change for you. You're not getting change.
No change. We've been around. We've been around the block. We don't need. You don't need. It's good to see you, kid.
All right. He opens the drawer, drops the coin in, and closes it. All right. Here's a key for you. Here, keys for you, and he just gives you. How many? I think he just ordered 8 rooms. So he just gives you 8 rooms.
Sure.
There's not 8 of you here, but whatever.
I mean, yeah. If anybody needs an extra room, you know what I mean. I'm kidding. Sorry. My bad. Bad joke.
I mean, they're not that big.
Yeah, Dust, you can talk to him. It's okay.
It's good to see you again, Jonathan.
Yeah, been a while, about 4 months, getting close to.
It's been 4 months.
Yeah, it's been getting close to 4 months.
Oh, yeah, wow.
And about 3.5.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
getting close to winter now.
I think we might have to prepare a little bit for that. But thank you, Jonathan.
But yeah, what brings you into town again? Found something new to just looks behind him. Destroy.
No. Just stopping by. We got some unfinished things. Just gotta to talk to some people and maybe buy some more wares and things. You know how it is.
Yeah,
we're on our way to Dawn. You wouldn't have happened to have heard any news about Dawn recently?
The port city?
Yes.
As far as I'm aware, they're still trading and doing commodities. We have gotten some things from that city itself. It went dark for a while, but we haven't received any communication from them for a while, but they're still doing commerce, so I don't know. Maybe just they can't magically communicate for some reason.
I see.
Oh, they only recently continued, providing.
Gotcha. Okay. Sounds good. Thank you for the information.
All right. Not sure what you mean by that. You just telling yourself.
I was thinking about something and I didn't know how to phrase it, so I was like, I will hold off on saying that.
Yeah. But he does state. All right. Besides that, if you need to know anything about town, just let me know. I do have eyes and ears everywhere.
Oh, you do?
Well, not everywhere, but I know a few places here and there.
Okay, I come really close and I'm like, do you know where one would sell a dragon egg?
Probably the I'm gonna look at my notes.
Above Game Whisper did have a connection that we could possibly sell the egg through.
Yes. But Jonathan does state, probably the Cooks and Bakers Guild. Nice enough place.
Okay.
Yeah. Either that or there is the what were their names again? He looks behind him at the it's no longer broken, but he opens the window just in case. He contemplates something in his mind, but shrugs it off and then looks at the sign across the street. The ladies in waiting tea shop. You can sell it there.
Oh. Wait, that's a tea shop. What do you mean? Why would they want why do they want one of those?
They're noblemen. You know how nobles get when, ooh, something rare and valuable.
Yeah. Enough said. I understand you.
Also, some of the noblemen's wives, girlfriends, friends, family members also go there. And if there's someone within the trading families or the trainer families, they could be useful.
We could take a look.
Yeah.
I mean, once we tell them we have one, I think that's the problem. We got to know who we're going to go to first. Because once we say we have one, then that's the problem.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, the only other place I would think to look is the... Man, I don't know the name of this, but I'm going to butcher it anyways. This is him talking. This is also me talking. The Magna Bibliotheca Ex Arcana Mortis. People just call it the library in town.
The Arcana Bibliotheca Annica Mortis? Is that what you said?
Ex Mortis, yeah.
Yeah, Ex Mortis. Yes, I understand. We could try there. That would be a good place.
Sure, whatever. But yeah, you have the rooms for the night. It's already, after midnight, so if you want to use them now, go for it. But, you have them till tomorrow.
Okay. I guess maybe we should sleep for the night, I suppose.
I mean, you can. I don't sleep anymore.
Why not?
I just don't. Close this window.
I want to roll
Locked window.
insight. I want to roll insight on that.
Sure.
Okay. A 3.
The man is either messing with you or just doesn't sleep anymore. It's hard to tell.
Okay.
Anna's still outside, by the way. Like, while this conversation has been happening, she's just outside.
It is gonna go outside to tell Fado, you know you can come in, right?
No, okay.
That,
Okay.
oh my, that was hilarious. Sorry. Yeah, let's well, Fauna, do you want you have your own room. If you would like a room, here you didn't get a key. Yeah, you can.
No, Nikolai
you get
has
the-
like all the keys.
I hand the keys out to everybody.
Yeah, you hand the keys out to everyone. You are left with one spare.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah, there's a total
will
of
keep-
10 rooms in this area.
Gotcha. I will keep the spare and yeah.
As you guys begin to ascend this staircase, Jonathan does state, "Oh, all right. Also, don't go out at night. There are very weird rumors of bandits going around town and stealing people's stuff. So if
Bandits?
you're like traveling through the moonlight, be aware of that. Carry a knife."
Thank you for the insight. I appreciate that. Dogma, did we sleep before we got here, or we did not have any rest until we got here?
You guys didn't want to wait until tomorrow, so you did not have a rest.
Okay, gotcha. Ooh. I don't think I used that spell. Ooh, I don't have any of my fun spells, but why not? I could try. Okay. I go up to bed. Or go up to my room. Go up to my room.
You guys go up to the second floor, which is honestly just a hallway with 10 doors 11 doors there. The very, very last one just reads bathroom. So you try the keys to each one and then realize that there's a number on the key. So you go to the adjacent one. Eventually you all find your rooms. As you open them, it is very small. It is cozy, but it is not exactly what I would call grand. There is only a desk that barely fits in there, a chair, and a bed cot. You can easily see here just fine, but if you're not accustomed to this kind of thing, it's very claustrophobic.
I think Judy's apartment on Zootopia.
Yes.
Oh,
Honestly, I was thinking more hostile, but yeah.
Hostel would be like a.
It'd be a shared living space, yeah. But I was
Yeah,
thinking
yeah.
more private situation.
Okay.
Anyways, it would have been a hostile, but the storyline doesn't matter. There was things in the past, blah, blah, blah. Now it's this way. Doesn't matter. But it was shared rooms. Well, not shared rooms anymore. Separate rooms divided by a very thin piece of wall. So you can, hear other people opening their doors here and there. If you, really pay attention. But only if you have a passive of 14. Which I think...
Yeah.
I can hear all.
Yeah, I think Ada can hear all. However, you guys go into your own rooms, rest for the night, maybe. It depends on what message I was just given.
Yeah, I know. So I would like to knock on. I want to say before I leave, I want to knock on Ada's door, and Dust's door, and then Amara's door. No, Whisper's door. Those three. Ada, Whisper, and Dust, and then asked if they would like to assist me. So I'll just tell the story 3 times, but I'm saying it once now. Basically, so I'm thinking about going on a little secret mission at night and see if we can look out to find any of these bandits, and maybe we could help out some of the people in the area. hey, and I told that every door like 3 times, and so they're individually saying yes or no, but not as a group. So it's their individual choice whether or not they would join.
Dust will say that he's already send out elementals for recon.
Okay. Well, I was gonna go like more like shadow, like in the invisible for like an hour. I don't have a lot of spells, but I mean I want to do something. So yeah, yeah.
Dust is just essentially he was sending out just for the information. We can deal with it. We can stay here for a few days if need be.
Okay. Well, I mean, I want to maybe go out. I mean, we could if we go out now, we might get some combat in before we actually get into the emotional stuff of the campaign. Sorry.
No. It's been a long day for Dust, and Dust does not want to go out tonight. So he just essentially said,
Nicholas
send out his element.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Okay, well
that he's still pretty upset.
Okay, Dust. Sorry. Hope we have a good night. I'm gonna go see if anybody else is okay about that. Yeah. See ya. And then I knock on Ada and then Whisper's door.
You knock on the doors respectively. Same message given. Hey, you want to do recon at night? Super stealth-like?
Yeah. Ada probably heard me before I even knocked on her door.
Honestly, probably, yeah.
Ada just looks at Nikolai for a second and she sighs. Look, it's late, first of all.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that. But I would love to, yes, but I want you to do one thing for me. Or basically
Okay. Okay.
She whispers she tones out her voice a bit so only Nikolai can hear this. Talk to Dust, please. About
night?
Well, not tonight. Maybe like in the morning or whatever.
Okay.
Just about what happened back at the overhang. I think you really hit him.
Okay. At this point, Nikolai is kind of looking confused a little bit because he doesn't understand. So it's like, what do you mean? Like, is he upset about like?
Well, you were going to cause mass genocide with a bunch of Dragonborn, yes.
They were. We talk about
whatever,
the kobold.
Kobolds, yeah, whatever they are. It's too late for this. I think you hit him a bit close to his own personal life, and I think you guys need to talk it out.
Okay. Fine. I mean, I guess. I mean, it feels. I thought. Okay, fine. If you're gonna, nah, never mind. If you don't want to come, then that's okay. I'm gonna ask Whisper because I feel like she would want to. But okay. Have a good night.
Good night. Ada, close the door.
You can easily hear that. Terrible screeching. You go to Whisper's room. Knock, knock, knock. Hey, you want to go spying? Well, first of all, it's like 1 a.m. now. I really want to sleep.
Do you even? I didn't think you slept. What do you mean?
Everyone sleeps. The only ones that don't are weirdos and elves. And even them, they need 4 hours of meditation.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I want to see, like, do some recon, kind of like figure out what's going on in the town. Why are there bandits here? What is going on?
Right, fine, but we're spending more than 1 day here, or someone's carrying me during the day till I can sleep.
I will personally stock a cantrip that lets you do something and not have to worry about walking.
She nods.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Either way, I guess I have no information on this town other than very dated stuff at this point.
Okay. So I guess we sneak out the front door front door.
You
Front
begin
door.
to walk out the
Windows.
front door. Hooray! Go ahead and roll stealth for me. You just have to be Ada's passive perception.
Can I roll, or can I use the, before I leave, can I do the invisibility?
No, if you're just
gem?
using invisibility, you don't really have to roll.
Okay.
Like the doorway and stuff will still creak open, but
I'll just throw that on there just to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right. Barovian Village sounds good for a sneaky hideout situation. You begin to move into the shadows, making sure everything is fine and dandy. As you become invisible, and as well, your companion also becomes invisible by stealthing. You two manage to get out into the courtyards and into the streets easily enough. Oops. As you begin to head out, you are governed and watched over by the streets. It's very secluded and very isolated, even though there are people still in town, still in bars. There are no one really walking the streets right now. While the crescent moon is out into the sky, there are no people in the streets. Well, there are a few here and there, but no one you distinctly know. At least, not yet. Whisper does look towards you and simply states, yeah, all right. I'll just follow you, I guess.
Yeah, I'm over here. Yeah. I don't know if you can see
She
me or
goes
not.
twice her size. Just re-sizing you guys.
Gotcha.
She's easily able to pick you up by your voice patterns, but if she attacks, you'd have disadvantage. But she does state, all right, you wanted to investigate why bandits are here. I can help you out on that. But what exactly is your plan after you find them?
Well, I mean, I have like a few options. Maybe like throw some cantrips at them and just like see what we can do. Maybe I just want to know. I want to know why there are bandits around. Like, are they just trying to prey on the people that are less fortunate, or is it just like there's something afoot? Like there's something kind of like a band of bandits like trying to take control of the town like they did the other town.
That's fair, I guess. Normally I'd say there are just genuine assholes out there, but with things how they are, probably a good call to investigate, I guess. All right, let's see what we can do. Nikolai, go ahead and roll investigation with advantage. Thanks to Whisper.
Ooh. Cool. Not great at that, but we'll find out. Actually, I'm okay at it. Never mind. 22.
As you begin to investigate the area, you and Whisper begin to trail down some of the back alleyways here and there. You do find a few places here and there that are a little bit shady, but you avoid those because Whisper does tell you, okay, that is the red district. You don't go there unless you're of age. Nikolai, you are of age, but don't go down there. Please, okay. I'd rather not drag you out of there.
Yeah, that's
and
reasonable.
She shows you a different district and area. Eventually, you are able to pick up a trail of 3 people just currently huddled behind what appears to be a dumpster-like area. Behind them, you also see someone with a knife. But they seem to be part of the same group. The 3 that you first saw are currently hunched down, talking whispers and tones, and the one with the knife is currently just keeping an eye out for any passerbyers. Thanks to your invisibility and Whisper's own skills, you aren't currently visibly seen. But she does state, all right, don't know if those are just people here or the new bandits in town. I'm not invisible, so I could get caught, so I could try to stealth my way forwards and you can just walk forwards. Yeah. Or do you want to take this one?
You can stealth forwards, and then I'll like tap on her shoulder and give her guidance.
All right.
Oh crap! That ended my invisibility.
You hide behind the dumpster.
Hide behind the dumpster.
Obviously, you would have hidden not in the middle of the street. So
Well, 'cause I didn't know how long we would be waiting too. So like, if we're out longer than an hour, then it would have ended too,
it
as
was
well.
getting close to an hour, but not that long. So you would have
Okay.
still had time. So you ended a little prematurely, but not that much.
Yeah.
All right. Stealth. 1d4.
Nice. 15.
Not bad. She begins to stealth easily enough, moving forwards.
Could have been a
Well,
lot better.
Nikolai, while you are not stealth, you can stealth and move with her. Thanks to Whisper's own skills, you are at advantage with that. If you decide to take it. I'm not saying do it. But you can if you want to.
16. I got better than her.
Not bad. Remember, it's me that's rolling.
Oh yeah, no, it is you.
Yeah. While her skills are better than me, it's still my numbers.
Yeah.
As you both move forward, you do hear the three people currently crouched down, whispering, talking to one another. You get up to this part of the conversation. All right, fellas, it does seem that they're on to us about a little further and along than we thought. Another one does state, well, that's what happens when Mickey here stabs that person. Well, they didn't mean to. They just ran into my knife. Yeah, and that's what happens. It's not the guy with the knife. When you don't practice knife checks and skills. Well, pardon me for not being a rogue. Look, we all need to get by. So what if civilians here and there die? We needed to get out of town beforehand, and now we're in this town. We're wanted criminals. Surprise, surprise, criminals being criminals in other cities. Look, we just need to get a little bit more money, and then we'll be out of this town, all right? So what if a few people here die here and there? They're no one to us. Oh, well, I suppose he does have a point. All right, let's go find someone to mug. They begin to stretch and stand up.
I'm going to forego my stealth, but as an action before they see me, I'm going to transform into someone that you would want to mug, like maybe like a lady that is kind of out at night, and she looks like she has like a fancy purse, and she's trying to get home, and she's kind of stumbling, and it'd be like a human woman that's she was out too late drinking, but she has like a nice purse.
All right, you turn into the stereotypical 1950s woman going through back alleyways.
Well, basically, or I guess you could say maybe like a skinny. I don't know. Yeah, I think we'll stick with the first option. Yeah, she has. Like
if you've ever seen any noir movies, this is what I'm considering.
Yeah. She has a nice dress, and she's kind of like she's stumbling, and I kind of stumble, and I'm like, oh, it's been a good night. Yes, good night.
As you begin to stumble, I'm gonna roll insight for them.
Let me roll because I transform basically into that lady, but I mean I don't know how.
Go ahead and roll deception. I'm gonna make it contested.
Does that advantage or not?
Oh my god!
It would have been if you told Whisper your plan.
Well, I'm gonna. I guess I have it for some reason, so I'm using my inspiration on that.
All right, nice. Because we already have the rolls, you just get 24 then.
Yeah.
All right. With your inspiration, you do see that some of them are talking with one another, and then they both begin to talk with one another about like the jewelry you have around your neck, your earrings, and your purse, heavy with cash and coin. They begin to nod with one another, and then one of them does step forwards while the other three wait in the back. But you can clearly tell, based off of your own training, that they're preparing like long-range weapons. You guys are not that far away, but, you know, a knife can still be thrown. But the first person that comes over, who you know is Mickey, does state, pardon me, ma'am, this is a dangerous street. Would you like me to accompany you around here? I do know the streets quite well, and, you know, the protection doesn't go that bad. I can see you're intoxicated.
Yes. Yeah, that would be very great. I would appreciate this. Yes.
Oh, all right then. Please follow me. he goes out to he doesn't go to twine your elbow to elbow, but he does extend his hand out for you to do that.
Do I need to roll like something to? Because I know that he's gonna rob me. I know that for sure.
You just don't know when.
I just don't know when. So I don't know if I'm gonna be surprised or if he's gonna be surprised. So
right now he does have his arms out for you to lock arms.
I will. I'm just gonna hold out my hand, like he can hold my hand.
Oh,
like
all
a
right,
drunk
then.
person would be like, "Here you go."
It's
And
rather
then,
informal, but I suppose so. I didn't mean to imply anything, miss. But hand holding is a bit.
That's perfectly fine.
Oh, very well then. He begins to move through the alley street where you do see these three people here. He does state towards them, pardon me, and they do move to the side. And you bypass them. While your guard is up, you do check to see if they're about to attack you, but no one does. No one just yet. As you begin to travel further and further into the halls and into the back alleys, Mickey does state, so, well then, tell me, where are you going tonight? I can easily lead you there.
I was gonna go back to my husband and have a nice evening and talk to him and just lay down for the night.
Oh, very good. All right then.
He lives in the North District.
Oh, that shouldn't be too much of an issue. And I know the back alley streets like I know the back of my hand. We should get there. It's lickety split. You begin to take more back roads, but at this point in time, what's your passive perception?
That would be a 12, I believe, or worse. 11, sorry. Yeah.
I guess I'll just roll for them. Yeah, that makes sense. You do hear like some whispering behind you, pretty far away, but close enough you can tell, oh, these guys are following me.
Okay. Is Whisper following them?
You don't know.
Do I not?
She's at a distance at this point.
Gotcha.
But as you guys are rounding the corner and pleasantly doing small talk, at this point in time, you're not sure when they're going to attack me. But at this moment in time, you also just hear someone jump off of a roof and throw daggers behind you. As they do so, you can tell that the three people that you could hear behind you are currently just stabbed one after the other inside their chest. They're not dead, but you can tell that they were about to attack you. Nikolai, go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay.
Holy spirit.
Holy cow. Oh, shit.
I mean, honestly, they were just going to mug you, but Whisper don't take no chances.
I know, right?
Dogma include a couple.
Your elementals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Already
It's
on
a
it.
9.
Doesn't have to be all 8, but a couple just kind of pop in. Oh.
I don't get surprised. I don't get any surprise because she gets a surprise. She got a surprise like attack because I didn't know, but she kicked everything off basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll make 3. 3 could probably be there. Oh, they didn't roll that well. They rolled a 13, but it's better than Nikolai.
Yeah.
And elementals, I'll show you this one because...
Oh dear! Oh my!
Yeah,
What's
that makes
going
sense.
on?
That tracks.
It's the best like scared woman voice. Oh dear! Oh my!
Roll deception.
Okay. 21.
You just hear the man that was escorting you. Good heavens, ma'am. Stay behind me. I will protect you from this ruffian. I don't know where she came from, but she's clearly demented. They're going to attack Whisper first.
Gotcha.
Whisper just looks behind her, past you, Nikolai, at the man. And she simply states, yeah, you first. And immediately goes to attack him. That is not fighting music. That is Pumpkin King. I still have my Halloween music set up. I don't know. What's a spooky fighting song?
Spooky fighting songs.
You know what? Whatever. Let's just go with Pumpkin King. It was already there. With any luck, it picks up. You know what? This one reads Halloween Town. Sure. Why not? As she begins to take out dagger, she goes in directly towards this man. Taking out a dagger, she just brandishes it, slices in. In the street next to her as it gashes into the building behind this person.
I thought she'd hit me.
Nah, it's not that bad. Well, it is a natural one, but not gonna hurt you for that. However, she twists her arm to try to strike again with her modifier and is able to pierce into this man heavily. He's not dead, but he is heavily hurt. As this happens...
Oh, dear.
The man lets go of your hand, brings out his own weapon, which you, as a woman with no combat training, did not see, air quotes, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, and goes into attack Whisper. Attacking Whisper... Yeah, that's it. With a modifier, brings out the blade, a short sword, and gashes in for 6 points of damage. He's relatively strong, albeit so are the other guys. As they begin to make charge straight towards her, you rolled pretty well in deception. So you just hear these people coming in. Don't worry, man, we're here to help you. Going into attack Whisper.
Wow. These guys are really. These are interesting actors right now.
One natural hit. 2d6 plus 3. Oh, that was a plus 6 minus 3, so 7. And the other two missed. Slashing in, Whisper is hurt, but not dead. Not even close. Nikolai.
Alrighty. I'm going to... What is a good option here? Because I don't know if I want to attack yet and give up. Because because she's the one that's getting attacked. But I'm just like, I don't feel like I have evidence. But I mean, I guess if Whisper knows what's going on, and I don't fully know what's going on.
You can roll insight.
Okay, that would be I can try. Whoa.
Based on the information you have and based off everything you've seen, you can tell that they are currently just acting as if they're helping you, but once the air quotes problem is taken care of, they will immediately attack you or do something of that range. They are one way or another getting your money is what you believe. Whether it has to be violently or acting, we clearly helped you out. Clearly some type of payment is in order. Clearly they're just doing this for the money.
Okay, I'm going to so that now that I know the situation, I'm going to say I'm going to throw my cover and say, Whisper, get ready, and then I'll throw a zone of frost in it and hit as many of them, including Whisper, with the zone of frost.
If you don't hit yourself, you can get all the 3 up north and Whisper.
I'm going to hit myself as well.
They can get everyone.
Okay. That's so I have to do a DC 16 save against myself.
Yeah, technically. With modifier, Whisper's fine.
So
and you know what? I'm gonna say bandits all have to make individual rolls, but one did very good.
God. Yeah, he did.
Oh,
what
wow!
Is
just one.
The first one is a Constitution saving throw. Yeah. I got a flat 16, so I saved.
Just one guy failed. The one marked with red.
Gotcha. So that they take so there'd be half cold damage. But so that'd be around 3 each. And then yeah. So that
3
would be-
cold damage.
Yes, 3 cold damage. Yes.
All right, you can tell they're heavily hurt but not dead. However, their captain, aka Mickey, is close to death's door. Anything else, Nikolai?
Oh shit. Wait, okay, now I'm confused. Okay, I made the save, but I was rolling a Constitution save to see if I saved to keep the spell going.
Your disguise self spell?
What? No, so since I cast the Zone of Frost, I would hit my myself. So I took 3 damage, and so I rolled a Constitution save to see if I would keep the area, but I rolled an 8.
Yeah, it's half the damage you took or 10, whichever is higher. So the spell just dissipates.
So it dissipates. So yeah. Okay.
They still got hurt though.
Can I cast? I can't cast guidance as an action, so no. Yep.
Okay. In the meantime, 3 phantasmal spirits, you believe, just straight up maybe murdered these 3 people.
Wow.
Yep. They do hit. Immediately, you just see the 3 behind Whisper just heavily cold and bruised. But then you just see... how would I describe this? As you're staring at them, fully frozen, you can tell that they're shivering and cold. But then you see 3 pops, each in their stomachs, as if pierced by something, and they just hit the ground.
Wow. Okay. All 3 of them?
All 3.
Okay. Gotcha. Oh, jeez. I didn't know dust was so deadly.
Or they just don't have that much health.
Sure.
Could be both. But as Whisper looks around, confused of whatever invisible thing killed these 3. You know what? I'm not gonna argue. Clearly the wind's on our side. Takes out her sword and goes in for a strike against the boss.
Don't kill him.
She turns around, what? And misses him accidentally.
I said, don't kill him. We want to interrogate him to see what happened.
All right, fine. Even worse. Not killing things is not what I'm good at.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I'm good at interrogating things.
Mickey just looks towards you two. All right, clearly you guys are working together. All right, enough of this charade, whatever. I'm gonna take both of you down. This is for killing my men. Goes
luck.
in to attack Nikolai. That's a 2 plus modifier. That's not even going to be close. He goes in for a swing against Whisper. Everyone's hitting on Whisper.
Yeah, apparently.
+3, that's 6. Whisper's hurt, but not dead. She's more or less close to being bloodied. A little bit. Nikolai.
What do I have? I have a lot of good. Yeah, that'll probably do the trick. Okay. Well, the jig is up, man. We know that you're doing some. You're robbing people in the middle of the night, and we were just trying to find out what's going on. So if you want to live,
man? We all gotta live. If people have to die so we live, it doesn't matter.
What do you mean?
You're clearly strong. Probably stronger than me, maybe on your own, maybe.
Sure.
Well, how about this? We take whatever my boys have on them, and we walk our separate ways. This is how I live. I'm sure you live your own way.
How about you explain to me why you were preying on people?
It's how we make money. It's how we survive.
Did you start doing this recently?
Recently? That's all he says. He scoffs and says, recently? With these skills, you think this is recent?
So why people have been here? I've been hearing about people being robbed around these places, like around this town.
I mean, we
because
recently
apparently-
got in this town. Because the one we were in before, you know, obviously, well, you probably don't since you're in this goody-goody city. Not every place is the same.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy's always been bad. Based off his
Well,
attitude.
He sounds bad. Do you want to die?
Well, do you? Why don't we just call this even? I walk away and you can get whatever my boys have. Simple
I don't
enough.
know if I'm out for money right now. I feel like I'm out to protect the people that you were trying to prey on.
But you kind of some lone hero trying to save. Well, looks at Whisper. Well, clearly not. You trying to pretend to be some hero? Look, I can tell a killer from a mile away. You clearly like me. You like to kill people. You like to make them die, all for your own benefit. You're just like me.
You know,
Why don't we just part ways and that'll be the end of it? You don't see me again, I'll just leave the
Okay.
city. You clearly took care of my gang.
I don't know if I can. Okay, so after he says that, I want to do something. So I want to attempt to like. This might be a grapple, but I'm not entirely intending to grapple. I just want to make him like scared.
Yeah,
I'm gonna like pull.
I'll
pull
give you a
his arm.
description of the guy. As you look towards him, you see a more or less Caucasian male, roughly around the ages of 23, so pretty young. Short-brimmed hair with a hat that is... it's not a bowler's hat, but it's one of those barreled hats that are more or less circular with a brim all the way around it.
Okay.
Think London gangster.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna. So here's what I'm attempting to do. I'm basically gonna try to take my left hand, which is my gym encrusted hand, and try to like pull him forward, just to like make my presence known. Be like, have you ever looked someone in the eye that you made a deal with, and you didn't like that deal, but you decided to take it anyway? You don't have a choice in what you have to do, what you should do, but you have to do it anyways, or you're gonna die. And you don't know when that day is gonna come, but you gotta do it. Every day that day gets closer.
What are you trying to do with this man?
I'm trying to intimidate and scare him. Basically, tell him why I was doing what I was doing it. I'm not trying to be a killer. I'm trying to tell him that.
I like
yeah.
the attempt. It's just ironically, yes, he has. Go ahead
Wow.
and roll
He's
intimidation.
looked at a devil in the eyes.
He's looked at his former boss.
Oh, okay.
People can be scary, man.
Cool. What am I trying to roll here?
Intimidation.
23.
Nice. You can tell that when you say all these patterns, he may be afraid of you, but he is clearly thinking of something or someone he's in his past. So when you're basically describing how he got into this whole situation, he reflectively flinches because, well, that's kind of how he got into this. He's made a few bad calls, bad deals, and eventually someone took him in, but not without a price. So when he's heard basically his story once more, there is a reflective panic in his eyes. So when you basically repeat it, he does state, look, I don't have much on me, all right? I have a bad rap everywhere. It's either this or death by guillotine. I ain't taking either.
How much would you want to stop robbing it ever again? How much money?
Unless you have 100 gold, which I highly doubt.
I take 100 gold out of my back pocket. Here's 100 gold. Never rob a single person again, or I'm coming after you.
Roll persuasion with advantage. Because 100 gold's a lot, man. A non-adventurer could live off of that for years and years.
Can I? Okay. You said persuasion with advantage? Okay.
Yeah.
20.
Yeah, at this point we're not in combat. He looks towards you, looks at the very, very big pile of money, and he suddenly states, yeah, all right, sure. Whatever you say.
What's your name? Before I give you this, what's your name?
Lathander? Because that's the name I go by now?
What's your real name? The one that you were born with?
Lost that name a long time ago. Because the GM didn't give him a real name, because he just goes by his gangster name. His gang name, technically.
Okay, well,
Winston?
Well, Winston or Lathander, I don't want to see you around here. And I hope you have a good life.
With this much? Yeah. Yeah. See you around.
Not
He begins
about the
to...
money. It's about people and being around people that you care about.
Yeah, for me, it's about the money. He begins to... You see him, like, walk towards the gate where he would walk outside of the town. Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, I know. That didn't go as well as I thought it would, but at least he's not preying on people now. I say that to whisper.
Yeah. What do you want to do with the three dead bodies behind us, by the way?
I guess we can look at them and see what they have, and then probably go report this to the authorities in town.
I'm pretty sure murder is still illegal.
Legal?
Illegal.
Illegal. Yeah, but I mean, you didn't murder him. I didn't murder him. So I mean, we're telling you that
Who's going to believe the wind killed them?
I mean, we could probably say that the wind killed them, and they'd believe us.
We can try. You begin to look through things. Nikolai, you take out your book. Snap, snap, snap. You consume 3 morsels.
Cool.
Yeah, they didn't have much on them, but they did have a bit of coin on them. You find 4 daggers. 2 short sword. Oops, forgot to spell the word short. 2 short swords. 75 silver. 5 gold. And 324 copper.
Oh,
Is
324 copper. Not bad.
Not a lot of people keep silver and gold on them unless they have to pay specific things. So most people just carry copper. But she does state, all right, we can go there now, which would make things suspicious. But honestly, we'd be probably in jail until they can get someone to, deal with all of this. At this point in time, the elementals would be gone.
Yeah.
They ain't sticking around from the crime. So we'd be spending a night in jail, which is fine. I've been there before.
I guess that's not the worst thing that we could do. I mean, I could always pretend to be something and then pretend to be something else. But I mean, jail is not a bad place to be, I guess. I guess I'll have to talk to Dustin. I think that's probably a good place to start. At least maybe I deserve a place in jail.
I don't know. In the meantime...
That was a great cut, by the way.
As you begin to work your way to maybe prison, Ada, you do hear Nikolai leave. And since Dust, you were aware of, hey, I'm going to go explore some things. You want to check it out? You did have some elementals basically trail him. Not everyone, but enough to keep an eye on him just in case. So then after an hour passes by, you do hear like 3 raps at your window, which were the 3 elementals you sent to Nikolai's aid. You do hear in Primordial them speaking about the entire situation, about how they took care of 3 bandits and how Nikolai let one of them go and leave town and gave him money. The elementals didn't really the concept of what was going on. They just tell you the straight facts.
Yeah. There would have been those three. Would any of the others be able to tell me information, or was it just going to be
A little bit after those three come, I'm going to say like 10 minutes later, after giving the whole spiel, the remaining elementals come in soon afterwards, and they do report things here and there. You can tell that they don't get much, which means that there wasn't a lot of bandits here, which is probably why the cops couldn't find them. If it was a very big group, obviously they would be found not immediately, but probably sooner. So more than likely, Nikolai did take care of the bandit issue for right now. But they came here from another city.
Mm-hmm.
And no one knows what that city was because no one asked that question. But you can determine that there might still be problems ahead, but right now with those bandits, it's currently gone. But while investigating the city itself, your elementals did spy a few things here and there. They did spy an old woman going into an old secluded house for some reason, and then stay there for a while, and then come back out with what appeared to be a giant bag. The bag was about half her height and size, so it would be way too heavy for her to actually carry the thing. You did also find someone else currently walking the streets, going from window to window to observe people in them, or to try to see if they could perceive beyond what the veil was. It was just someone spying in windows from what you can tell. But it seems like they were looking for something is what your elementals say. And they are currently still doing that, or actively doing that. And no, it wasn't Nikolai this time. Another elemental does tell you it's clear. Another one tells you they didn't find anything. And the last one does tell you about a woman just currently on top of a roof near the bell tower church quarter area. Just sitting on top of it for some reason. They aren't doing anything. They're just on top of it for some reason. And those are the only things currently going on at night.
Okay, that leaves Dust with a few questions, but he'll leave that for later.
Yeah. Ada, you just hear mumbling in the next... Your right side. I want to say Dust is on your right side. So you just hear primordial. If you can speak it, you understood all of that. If you don't, you just hear Dust talking in a different language.
Yeah, I wouldn't understand that. She's probably just gonna try to ignore it and just take the pillow that she was laying on and put it on top of her head to try to block out the noise.
That's fair. It's tough, but you eventually do so.
Ada would just hear like the wind and go like, whoosh, 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 whoosh. That's what primordial would sound like.
Could also be gravel. But
Primordial is a
one.
mixture of all four. It's just I forget the air elemental language. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Primordial. But as the conversation finishes up, one of the elementals does state, it does seem that hours will be upon us where we leave. Do you want us to continue to investigate, or should we call it for the night?
Call it for the night.
They nod, and then they begin to disperse, and then, like a puff of wind, disappear back to the elemental plane. Other than Nikolai getting in trouble, it's just random people living their random lives. And that one person on top of a bell tower. Whatever they're doing.
It's Quasimodo.
Yeah.
But there is some suspicious activity still.
It's weird, but it's not illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah. They give you the address of the woman, the old woman. They give you the bell tower area. And they give you a description of the man that's currently walking the streets looking at windows.
Yep.
Yeah. Ada's clearly going to sleep. Dust, do you want to do anything? Other than maybe sleep?
Yeah, just sleep.
All right.
Before we do the transition, is there, because I'm curious of what you would do with this, is there like a check I can make to see if Ada has a good or bad dream?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. God dang it. I always think I have my character sheet out, and then I look, I never have it out. Oh.
That's not good.
Oh.
Oh, no!
Sorry to start the night, come on!
As people begin to lay down to go to sleep, maybe Nikolai in a precinct, Ada, you begin to sleep, doze off after a lot of mumbling in the other room. Soon enough, you do begin to trail off into the horizon line of, well, sleep. But it's not good sleep, and I wouldn't even necessarily call it great sleep. As you begin to doze off, trailed by, well, anything and everything, you do hear something lapping in the back of your mind, but you can tell you're asleep. That much is definitely true, but you can't tell what that is. There is more weird sounds, gurgling, and the like. When you open your eyes, you can clearly tell that there is darkness around you. There is no light emanating everywhere, but you can still see the floor below you. The floor itself is gray and marble coated, but there doesn't seem to be any fault lines or anything similar to, well, if you've ever put down cement or anything like that. There's usually something akin to a mark that people normally make, mainly because, well, people usually make mistakes here and there, and there's a way pattern to fix those, but there is no imperfections here. There's simply a floor and darkness. What do you do?
Can I call out to see if anyone's there?
Yeah. What do you call out? Are you just saying, hey, is anyone there?
Yeah.
You begin to call out, hey, is anyone there? And immediately you do hear a voice. Well, not a voice, but voices. Not only your own, first an echo, but then you hear a response coming from the echo. And slowly but surely you do hear, why have you returned?
I'm sorry?
It was a question. And
And
slowly enough, you do see that your surrounding shadows begin to envelop not you, but almost each other as if they're forming structures and patterns. Until you see, well, what is in front of you now.
Oh.
As you look about, you do see various people here and there, all garbed in shadow, blood, and iron, as if they were in a battlefield not that long ago. And the person in front of you, dark and silhouetted, as you can't see a description, you do hear them state again, why are you here?
I don't know.
You do hear the person next to them simply state, no one just doesn't come here, or doesn't know why they're here.
Well, what do you want me to say? I mean, I fell asleep and then I'm here. That's it.
The one that spoke to you beforehand, this one, I don't know if you saw that. There we go. She does state, as you begin to communicate with them more and more, it has a more feminine tone to it. And she does state, you have been here before. Why return now? Did we not deliver on our promise?
I'm sorry. What do you mean I've been here before?
You do hear someone in the background with a mask, more or less. It does look like a medicinal mask, someone that would carry, I'm blanking on the name, but it's the one that looks like a bird. Uh,
The doctor's mask?
yeah, the doctor's mask. Plague doctor.
Oh.
But this one is more of a deer with antlers around them. You do hear this more vibrato voice simply stating, "In the past, you have come here before. They are asking why in turn now. Do you not simply remember what you and your people have asked for beforehand?"
No, I do not, or know what you're talking about.
The one, more or less the one that gave you attitude. This one. He does state, "Well, it seems that she can't remember. Which means, should we stop protecting her?" And then the one that spoke to you first does state, Now. We gave our word. If she can't remember her end of the bargain, well then, as soon as she breaks our deal, then you will have no more protection. Simple enough.
Why can't you just tell me whatever deal we made? I'll do whatever you need me to do.
The one with attitude does state, "Oh, really?" And then the woman does state, Now, none of that. That is not our end of the bargain to make. If you want to make a new deal, well, then we'll have to meet in the flesh now, won't we? I will not make a deal with someone not fully there. But your mind is here. Your body is not. If you'd like to make a new one, we can speak tomorrow if you'd like.
I don't even know who you are. Why are we... So I did make a deal with you, but I don't remember that deal, and now you're just asking me if we can make a new deal so I can remember that one?
Or a different kind of deal. We are on good terms right now. The little shit. For now! Then her. But that can easily change. It is not us that governed you for your memory. It was you. And though you cannot remember, we will continue to hold our end of the bargain. So if you can remember, you will. And if you can't currently, well, that is your choice to make.
Okay, then.
It's a cryptic way of saying, yeah, it's not our problem. You can't remember. That is your thing. We're currently with one another actively on a good point right now. So if you want more help, we can negotiate tomorrow. As she is not willing to make a deal within your dreams.
Okay, then let's do that.
Very well, then. I will see you at high noon.
Where exactly? I mean, I've never been to Hythe. At least I don't remember ever being here.
Oh, you're in Hythe now. That shouldn't be too much of a problem.
You're not in Hythe?
The little shit. We can be wherever we want to be. Then her. But for now, I will meet you in Hythe. For now. We may meet by the maid shop in front of the store, I suppose. If you've been there, well, you just stated you haven't been there before. I'm sure you can find your way there before noon.
Okay, then. It is just very confused and conflicted right now. Is that all you're going to tell me? Like, you can't just give me directions or anything like that?
The little shit. That's not our job. Then her.
Well, what is your job then?
when you're fading, you've taken your long rest, but you had this weird dream. So when you're fading back into your consciousness, when you're waking up, she does state, "Our job is to," and then you wake up.
Ah.
In the meantime, Nikolai, are you going to jail?
Well, we're well. I mean, I would probably attempt to grab Whisper and then have her help me get the bodies and take. Hey, so we got the bandits that were basically this one. I don't know how long it would take us to drag them there, but basically this is what I would say to the guards or whoever. Say, we got these bandits and they were trying to rob some innocent people in the town. I don't know if these were the bandits. The leader ran away, but we brought him here, and so hopefully the streets are going to be safer now. So yeah.
How am I going to play this?
I mean, I suppose that Whisper could help me persuade somebody, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Wait, out of game question. Nikolai just brought 3 dead bodies.
3 dead
into a police
bodies.
station?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
That's a little hard to think, meaning how he's such a weak person.
Nikolai, roll persuasion with a +2.
Okay.
She's not going to give you advantage only because this looks very, very bad. But she does still give a bonus.
Persuasion. Boom. 27.
Nice.
29.
29.
I rolled
thank you.
over a 20, actually.
Yeah, more or less. So you've already figured out one of things that Whisper can do. She can give you advantages or bonuses on persuasion or deception rolls. And sometimes stealth, depending on the type of job. But when you go and speak with the guards, you didn't get to the guard tower. In fact, guards still at night protecting the making patrols found
It's
you.
hard to carry some bodies. I
So
mean,
they
those things
rushed
are heavy,
over,
man.
and you calmly spoke with them. They had swords ready brandished to maybe fight you, but you're like, whoa, and you explain the situation. And the guard, the first guard that got to you, I'm gonna say this one will be blue and this one will be green.
Okay.
Blue does look towards you and simply states, "What the hell, man? You could have called the guards. You didn't have to murder these 3.
Technically, I didn't really murder them. I mean, I know that it looks like I murdered them, but I didn't have anything that murdered them. They kind of just fell over and died."
Green does state, look. All right. I'm assuming you're new here and it was some type of self-defense. We can't let this go. You will have to pay a fine, but we're not going to put you in jail.
I nudge Whisper and I wink at her. It was self-defense.
Sure. They weren't that strong, like one of them was, but
Yeah.
the green person does state, are they still in town? Should we go find them?
No, they shouldn't be a problem anymore.
Oh, all right then. But the green one does state, look, thank you for taking care of this, and we'll have a divination to make sure that what you're telling us is the truth. We'll have someone speak with dead against them. But obviously, you'll have to come by the station tomorrow. You will have to pay a fine now of 50 gold, and if you don't, we will have to arrest you.
Can you just take me in? I don't want to pay 50 gold.
That's fair. Not all the people have it. Blue does state, all right. Next time, don't kill people, kid.
Well, technically, I didn't really kill them. I just don't want to pay 50 gold.
The blue one does state, still don't believe you.
You don't believe me?
Not really.
Okay, how about I did kill them?
That's more believable. That's more believable.
It was this. I rolled a deception roll to be sarcastic.
The man believes that you're just saying things so you don't get in as much trouble. But he clearly doesn't believe that some magical wind killed these men.
I mean, it was the wind. Literally, the wind came and it hit them really hard, and they just fell over and died. That's the story.
you
That's
can-
what happened.
You can tell that blue
The
and green are whispering between each other. But even with your passive perception, you said you was 13?
Mine?
No, you said he was 11, right?
Yes.
You're like right next to him. You do hear them speaking about, do you think he's on drugs? No, I don't think so. I think he just might be loopy. It's pretty late at night.
I'm
And
not
he just
on
went through
drugs.
something that would clearly kick in your adrenaline. We should probably take him in, though, just in case he is on drugs, to make
Oh
sure
my
he has a clear mind
gosh.
tomorrow.
What
Yeah, that's
kind of
probably a good
drugs
idea.
would make you think that the wind is actually like a killing machine? I don't understand. Like, there's a difference between something that is supernatural and something that is a form of nature. There's a difference.
Blue just looks towards you. Yeah, sure are. Look, we're gonna bring you to the precinct. Make sure you clear your mind, clear your head. Have a divination expert come in tomorrow, and we'll sort this all out.
I rolled my eyes at him.
You do so.
Have
And
you ever seen a demon before?
yes.
Oh, well, that's surprising, actually. I thought you would have said no. Okay, well, I guess whatever. Okay, I'll go to jail now.
People do have small imps as familiars.
My gosh, a demon is imp is not the same as a demon. A demon is apparition that actually appears to you and then it tries to kill you. But there's a difference between that and an imp.
While you're mansplaining to this man, he does state, yes, and the wind can kill you too. Ooh.
It can actually. You ever done warding wind before as a spell? Ever heard that spell before?
No one takes up the wind spells. They do nothing. As you are taken to prison.
I really want to mess with this guy so hard right now. Can I cast Druidcraft and make like a wind like punch him in the shoulder?
Sure. You can Druidcraft. Nice enough gale force just hits him in the shoulder. He looks behind him. It's the equivalent of poking him in the shoulder to see if what's behind him. Nothing dangerous happens, but you mess with him along the way. You are eventually arrested. You're processed through. Tomorrow they'll discern whether or not you fully need to go to jail or just pay a hefty fine. Because murder is still illegal.
I mean, I didn't murder them.
They still don't believe that.
I know, right? It's funny when one of your party members has the power to make elementals and they kill other people, and it's great because then you get in prison for it. Sorry, Dust.
Dee.
Yeah. The five individuals.
The only thing Dust can do is he can control, essentially give him tasks. He didn't have a control whether or not the elementals killed the people. He just said, actually, go look after him.
Yeah. But the other 5 remaining party members do awake, heavily sweating. You did sleep fully, but it was not an enjoyable sleep at the end of there. So when you wake up, the only thing you remember... Well, you remember the entire thing. But the last annoying part, you do remember it clearly. People begin to go back out into the hallway. Fauna begins to knock on everyone's door to wake them up. Accidentally wakes up the 2 people that weren't part of your party member, and they just look at her frustrated. But everyone else regroups back in the hallway. Fauna then states, I couldn't find Nikolai or Whisper, though.
Oh, they never came back, did they?
It was probably Nikolai going about on his own adventures.
Maybe. My grandma does state that whenever a man and a woman go off on their own, they do have some type of an adventure.
Well, I never say that in front of me again.
Dust just kind of blinks and he's like, "No, literally, Nikolai came to me last night wondering if I wanted to go out and take care of some bandits. I told him no. He probably got Whisper to go along with him."
Oh, that was the sound last night. Very thin walls. She then does state, she looks towards Ada and she does state, "Oh, sorry. It's just what my mom and dad did when they, before they left. They said they were going to go off on an adventure, and they left me to my grandma."
Oh. It's fine. It's fine.
No, I should take this into account. I won't repeat it again in front of you.
No, it's okay. Just be careful on who you say that around.
Phrasing. Unfortunately, she does not understand that concept, but she won't say that exact sentence in front of you ever again. But nonetheless, Opal does look toward you guys. Well, I don't know about any of you, but I can't track people worth a damn. Do any of you know how to do that? Or,
Yeah.
know anyone in town that could maybe point us in the right direction?
Yes. Although I'm not sure how Nikolai might take this. Dust is just thinking of Julian. This particular person might have a general idea of where they are, potentially, knowing the trouble that Nikolai can cause.
Yes, I could just do the spell locate creature, right?
Oh, that works.
Yeah.
That immediately works.
Well, Dust didn't really know that you had that spell, and he's been in the town before, so there are a few people that he can reach out to and talk to.
And Anna, do you? Sorry.
Did it?
Adia, do you cast a spell?
Yes.
Okay. It's morning now, so no more spooky time. As you cast a spell, you can divine that something is missing here. So, divining that, you can tell that, yeah, it's obviously Nikolai and Whisper. Honing in on one of them, you begin to scry into the area until you eventually come across a building. It is roughly 950 feet away, so within the range of your spell.
Funny. That's a great distance.
It's a couple blocks away, but you can definitely
You
get
should have said 995 feet away.
there. The city is big, but I'm going to say you're within range.
Cool.
All right, so I know where they are. Should we
Yes.
just go? Dust? And what else? Are you okay with just going?
Yeah, let's get him out of.
I believe so. Sure. Don't have anything to do. And then Opal. It depends on where they are. I do know that this place does have an looks towards Fauna, looks towards you. Never mind. And you guys begin to head out that way.
Yep.
As you head out, you do see that Jonathan does look towards you. Yeah, all right then. You guys have your keys? You only paid for it one night. Well, something you paid for more than one night, but all we contracted was one night.
Yeah, sure. And then Dust will at least hand over his key.
You
He's
hand
like-
over your key and he goes, "You know I was messing you, right? You paid for what? 10 nights? I'm not very good with math." That's GM speaking. "You're more than welcome to take it for tonight. I just didn't know how long you were going to stick around."
Well, and he'll just kind of take the key back. We may be here for a few days, but not for 10.
Yeah. By the way, I didn't see your friend come back in. Just letting you know. I already warned you about the bandits, so maybe they died. My condolences. If they didn't die, probably drunk somewhere.
The second one is probably the best option.
Probably. All right, you guys have fun out there. Watch out for the bandits. Already told you that. But also watch out for the Hyken as well.
Say that again, Dogma?
Hyken.
The Hyken.
I and then kin.
Okay, Dust will be just like, and who are they?
Oh. All right, you just recently got into town, and this is rather actually new recently. Well, you know how you guys more or less saved the area last time?
Yes.
Someone kind of got into their minds that they wanted to protect the town because it was their city, and well, right now there's kind of a weird vigilante out there, just like protecting people here and there, but they're not very good at it, and they're not really sure who's the good guy or who's the bad guy. So if someone just randomly attacks you, watch out for that.
I'm fucking livid right now.
So it's just
Why?
it's a very bad Robin Hood. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, more or less.
That's just putting two and two together for the woman on top of the bell tower.
It's clearly not Nikolai. He just got here.
Yeah, and he's like,
Yeah.
okay,
All right, then.
if they do happen to attack us, we'll beat some sense into them.
Wait, no one really knows who they are. They wear like a weird mask kind of thing. Some say they can change forms. Others say and believe there's some type of demon angel with like a scythe weapon and like one wing, and it's black. I don't know. Sounds pretty edgy to me. Most of them children, describing them.
Of course.
Nothing consistent. All right, then. Get out there. Get out of my house.
We'll see you later, Jonathan.
Peanuts. Fauna there for none of that. Because she left when he first said, get out of here. Eventually you find her because she wasn't that far away. And you do go find, well, Nikolai at the guard station precinct.
Kind of along the way, Dust is going to be looking around for a potential description of that woman that he got from the elementals.
And the old woman?
No, the one on top of the bell tower.
Okay. As you begin to observe and examine the people around you, trying to find that person, go ahead and roll investigation.
That's right.
Advantage.
Whisper. It's called Stone's Parchment Shears. Stone Parchment Shears. Okay, Stone
16.
Parchment Shears. Okay, sorry. We're not in the building yet. Never mind.
She just looks towards you. I get it. And I also told you I'm not playing with you.
Fine. We got to do something while we're in here. We've been here all night. I mean, I've slept like, I don't know, maybe like a couple hours. I don't know.
I
Maybe
mean,
not
you
enough for a
slept. You kept kicking me in your sleep. In the meantime, outside, you do see a few people here and there that more or less match the description until you find someone that dead on meets that description. They are a woman about the age of maybe late 20s, mid 30s, somewhere around that. It's kind of hard to tell. They look fantastic, honestly. With a nice sundress, flowery, pink, gaudy, but works on them. A nice sun hat. The wear isn't exactly the type of not disguise, but type of description you got last night, but the face is dead on. Everything else, not so much. They're just walking on the street, currently carrying groceries, opposite direction. Well, they're heading the opposite direction. They're still like a good block in front of you. I'm gonna give you a token. Just view them.
Oh. Sorry, I was muted.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I was wondering why you were talking. weren't talking.
Yeah, no, I was talking, but I was muted. So, just kind of as in passing, when he gets up to her, Dust will say, "I know who you are. We need to talk."
She just looks at you. Pardon?
Meet me, and then I'll say the bar that we had met Julianne at for that date with the Nikolai.
Yeah. She does state, all right. She begins to hurry on, maybe home. You're not entirely sure.
Just in passing,
it's not a
he'll
panic.
just say, I saw it.
It's not a panic run. It's more like, I gotta get ready for something. Roll insight? Disadvantage. 11. You can't really read what's going on within her mind, but it's not a panicked run. It's more along the lines of getting ready for something. And because you didn't give her that much time, maybe.
It would have been like later in the afternoon.
Yeah, that's fine. You didn't give a lady enough time.
Mm-hmm.
But you carry on moving along the way. Fauna does look towards you. You're not sure why, but she looks disapprovingly at you. But that's neither here or there. You just noticed that. Ada, you super noticed that. She doesn't say anything, though. But once you get here, she does... Well, not her, but Opal does state, I am not surprised they're in prison.
Yeah, me neither.
You know what? It's better than finding Nikolai drunk again, so...
I never even drank anything out of character.
You guys easily enough step in. One of the guards is currently speaking with one another. The blue guard then simply states to the green one and the rest of the people there, look, I'm telling you, he keeps saying the wind killed them. We divined that he was technically telling the truth. Maybe.
Right.
They didn't see who killed them, but they died.
Am I bound?
Not by him, though. No, you're just currently in a cell.
Okay,
you do have like little binds.
On that guy, and I punch him again, and with Druidcraft, with the wind.
You just punch him again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, you're technically held, not arrested.
Oh, okay.
So you do so. He looks in the direction, and at this point, he can clearly tell you took wind magic.
So Whisper, when you want to do the marbles, you gotta throw the rocks so the marbles get out of the ring, and you want to throw them so that you can get all your marbles out before the other person get their marbles out of the ring.
Again, I'm not playing with you. I don't know why they didn't take your marbles. They took the rest of our gear, but apparently not your games.
I also have chess if you want to try to play chess. I feel like that's more of a strategic game.
Ada, you can hear Nikolai's voice in the distance. It's not that far.
The way I'm seeing it was Whisper's trying to sleep.
Yes.
But Nikolai just kept her awake the entire time, whether it was kicking her or as soon as he woke up, he just jabbering her ear off.
Nikolai got restless.
Yeah. One of the two.
But eventually one of the guards does come over. Excuse me, can I help you with something? Oh,
yeah, we're looking for some friends of ours.
Oh, can I get their names, please?
We can hear one of them, so...
Yeah.
Oh, the new people.
They're here.
Very well then.
Yeah.
Let me go speak with my boss. Comes over. Soon enough, you do see them come over.
Okay. Wait, do I see this?
You do see the guard heading towards Lieutenant Weston.
Oh, what's going on over here?
And then they come back out. Go ahead and make a perception check. It is at an angle, so it's not clear.
An 8.
You see Weston's butt, and that's about it.
Okay.
You do have a big buddy.
Weston, what's going on over there?
You're in jail right now.
Technically, it's holding, but whatever.
He more or less waves you off. You can clearly tell. He's technically not allowed to speak with you about your current predicament. But he does move over. He does thank the guard after she leaves. He does look towards the rest of you. All right.
Whatever.
I haven't met most of you. I do believe I've met you, though. Glad to see you're back in town, I guess. Well, glad to see you're not arresting me this time, but their friend this time. Are we gonna have this fight again, Miss Opal? Oh, it's Miss now! You can clearly tell these people know each other. Look, I'm not having this fight again. The lieutenant does look towards you. My name is Lieutenant Weston. It's a pleasure to meet you all. It does seem that your friend and your other companion, Miss Whisper, were arrested last night after a potential risk to the populace. But after a diviner had spoken with the departed, I'm afraid people did die last night, it was discerned that bandits were taken down last night at the potential ability of Mr. Nikolai. However, it's not clear how they died, but it is presumably by Nikolai's own accord. Some wind punched through them. I'm not sure what that means. We did believe he was intoxicated until last early morning when we spoke with the dead, and they stated that they died after being punctured or severed by something in their back. They didn't see the type of weapon, but it was not in front of them, so it was cleared of Nikolai's name. We just needed someone here to verify that you are connected to them, and they'd be left to, not to their own devices, of course, but to be sent off with someone that needs to be aware of the current predicament. So long as Mr. Nikolai doesn't get involved with any more vigilante situations, things should be clear. He does need to pay a fine of 50 gold that is not cleared. After all, killing is still illegal. But we've waived 2 of those fees, so he has to pay 50 gold for 1 of those murders. As bad as that sounds, unfortunately, that is how things are.
Did I hear my name being said at all?
What's your passive perception? It's 11 still, right?
11, yeah.
You hear murmuring and maybe your name?
Okay. I mean, I feel like it's you know when you hear your name, I mean maybe it's just me, but like I usually if somebody says like you say your real name and you're like, "What?"
Yeah.
Because you hear your name and you're like, "What's going on?" Because you hear like it's just like an easy response. But like, yeah.
You swear it's your name, but you're not sure completely, but it's one of those things where it's a distance enough where you can maybe pick it out, but it's not clear.
Hey! Somebody talking to me over there? What's going on?
The green guard looks towards you. Calm down. We're getting your paperwork finished.
I mean, I could probably do the paperwork faster than you. You're pretty slow.
Can you even read, man?
I can read more than you can.
Good. I'm just complimenting you. Half the populace can't read right now. We don't have a very good schooling system. And he continues to do his
I
paperwork.
could do that if I want. I could teach a lot of people to do a read and write, and I could do it in two different languages. If you need to be out to do something more to help people, rather than being stuck in a holding cell and being convinced of things that I didn't even do, I was just trying to protect the people of this town. Apparently, I get put in this holding cell
For murder?
I never murdered anybody. It was the wind.
He scoffs, but doesn't continue the conversation. Lieutenant Weston does look towards the rest of the group, though. Right. He does seem to be getting restless. He's only been restless since 4 in the morning.
There's wind elementals. There's fire elementals. There's earth elementals. And I think it was the third one. Was the fourth one? Is the first one? Fire, air. I can't remember the fourth one, but there's 4 storm elementals. So there's the 4 elementals, and the ones that we happen to have tonight were the wind ones, which you can't see.
Likely story. And I assume that multiple giant beer bottles aren't yours either, and they're not half drunken. They just accidentally slipped on the ground.
I'm gonna throw a bottle of whiskey. Do I have anything on me?
Just your gaming stuff, apparently. It's canonical now. No, they would have
Oh.
taken your stuff, put it to the side.
Everything I have?
Just about.
What about my bottle of whiskey?
They would have taken that.
What about my daggers?
They would have taken weapons, anything you could have potentially made a weapon, your shoelaces. They would have given you the board games only because you're in a holding, not arrested, so they thought it would be a good idea to give you something to
Okay, this
do.
is gonna be perfect. I'm just gonna cast Mage Hand and pull one of the letters out of his hands and then like make it float in the air. Haha, how do you like it now? You can't really reach your paper when it's up at the ceiling. Haha.
You know this is going to take more time now. You're
I know.
really just making things worse for yourself.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's just funny to see you struggle.
All right. He goes into a drawer, takes out another copy of that same paperwork, closes the drawer, and begins again. Yep. Keep it up, goofball. Lieutenant Weston then states, yeah, all right. He's free to go now. We can finish the paperwork without him. If you want to take him now, he does give... Ada. He gives Ada the key. You seem the most trustworthy out of these individuals. Opal then states, what's that supposed to mean? You were arrested 3 times in this town. You know exactly what I mean. I can't say honestly about the 3 of you. Looks towards Fauna, Mara, and Dust. But I don't trust this one.
Lieutenant, I have met Lieutenant Weston before. Dust has.
I'm gonna see if he remembers. Because
I have it well.
no, I know you have.
Okay.
He then goes, oh wait, no, I've met you before. Looks towards Dust. It's been honestly a couple months. Sorry about that. Probably would have forgotten in a couple months, honestly. Okay,
Yeah.
I can say anything certain for these 2. Omits Dust. Don't trust this one eye, regardless. Anyways, gives the key to Ada. Once you unlock them and they're free to go, we'll finish the paperwork
Oh.
without them. It's fine.
Unlock?
Alright, thank you. Ada's gonna go unlock the door.
Okay, before she unlocks the door, I just cast Misty Step and I Misty Step out. I'm like, okay.
As you do so, you are hit
was-
with a force of force, and Nikolai, go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit, look at you. Wisdom saving throw. Oof.
Oh,
All right, you basically go, yeah, all right, I've had enough of this. You jump, trying to
Holy
Misty Step,
Crap.
and then when you go to Misty Step, the bars in front of you begin to ignite with magic, and then a force just rebuffs your magic, and you just vamp back. I'm gonna make Whisper roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my.
Nice. I'm gonna make her do her save so she takes no damage. When you just basically body check into her.
Hmm.
You both hit the back
Okay.
wall. Nikolai, you take 30 points of force damage, and Whisper
Okay, so
is annoyed.
question. Did I have enough rest to regain any spells, or was I not rested?
You would have been fully rested.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, let me do that math. And that's gonna be a 3. Okay, that's fun. Yay. Okay, cool.
Ada, you're at the door. You just see Nikolai groaning on top of Whisper as if he just jumped off the top bunk and landed on her. Whisper just simply stating, all right, never getting arrested with you again.
I didn't mean to. You know what? I mean, why do you have to get arrested all the time? This is the first time I've been in jail, surprisingly.
Ada, did you let them go?
she's gonna open the door and just stand in the doorway. Are you both done?
Oh my gosh. Ada, why do you have to be, even though you're younger than me, you're still more of a grown up than I am somehow.
I is that a compliment? Then thank you, but
I mean, it can be a compliment, but it's whatever you make it. I want to go see Jaina.
The blue guard does give you guys your stuff when you walk out. Whisper takes her stuff. Nikolai, you more or less don't take yours, I guess. You go back.
Can I
take
get
your
all
stuff.
my stuff, please?
You get all your stuff back.
Oh my gosh.
The blue guard then states, "Yeah, you didn't prepare for magic casters after the last time this city got into trouble? Be stupid if we didn't take precautions."
What can I do? Can I get wait before he leaves? What's the most annoying thing that I can do to him?
Thaumaturgy screaming in his ear.
Oh no, I was thinking of something worse than that. I would, because I don't know if this exists in the world. But what's more annoying than that? Yeah, why not? Okay, so I'm gonna have, because this doesn't seem like it exists, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna basically throw some sparkles on his armor,
You monster.
like glitter.
Yeah, Nikolai, go ahead and roll athletics or acrobatics. I'll let it be your choice.
You are a monster, Nikolai.
Holding that one. I'm gonna do Tides of Chaos. That's a 7. Let's go.
God.
It's not any better.
I
Nikolai,
know.
you make sparkly powder, heavily dense and sticky. You go, yeah, this is a good idea. And when he's walking away, oh no, a panic sets in, and you just throw it in the air, casting it as far and wide as you can. It does hit the guard. You definitely do that, but it also hits you, these three over here, and the green guard. And whoever's stuff is still in that chest.
Let's go. Okay, let's get. Sorry, guys. It was a good prank and nice knowing ya. Good. Have a great day. I'll see you later.
Oh my god.
Hey, Fauna, you want to shake my hand?
Okay.
I shake her hand full of glitter.
It's now covered in glitter.
Gus will prestidigitation the guards and the glitter in the precinct can just. But he's gonna leave Nikolai covered in glitter.
Yeah. You begin to. You don't know if you're gonna fight anything. As you counterspell his cantrip.
I know.
For the first one, he just looks at you, and then moves.
Don't
continues to do it.
again.
Don't ruin this. Stop. Don't ruin this. It's a great moment, please. You put me in prison because of your elementals. Please let them have punishment for what they put me in prison for.
Whisper looks around Fauna to you. They kept us in holding.
It's still prison. We had to stay here for the night. Still.
Fair enough, I guess. Rolls her eyes.
What's a day of glitter?
You just hear in the background. Oh God, it's everywhere. It's in my eyes.
Oh god.
Totally worth it.
The blue
As
and green
Nikolai
guard don't
says.
honestly care. They're just doing their paperwork.
Honestly, the best use of counterspell ever.
At any rate, they will eventually do get clean. But I was gonna say, prestidigitation only clears about half the glitter on a person. You must cast multiple times for it to fully work. Glitter is violent. However, they'll get cleaned eventually. Nikolai is still glittered up. Lieutenant Weston does state, right then, Mr. Nikolai, I could honestly arrest you now for actively berating my officers and also potentially injuring them. You see someone currently injured by the more or less powder in their eyes. But I don't want to sit you in a waiting cell again. So get out.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks.
Stop murdering people, or we actually have to put you in jail.
It wasn't me. I said this 3 or 4 or 5,000 times now. It was the wind elementals. The wind. You can't see them. They're wind.
I know what elementals are. I can understand that. But without actual evidence, you are our only suspect. So I'm telling you as honestly as possible, don't murder anyone, or we actively have to put you in jail. And then also, unfortunately, have to blame you for the other crime. Right now, you are just a person of suspect and interest. Don't make it any worse for yourself.
I'm just going to put this out there. Not trying to threaten you at all, but if I really, really, really wanted to, I could kill everybody in this room.
You are not making this better for yourself.
I know, but I'm just saying. And I leave.
Weston looks towards Dust and Ada. I can assume I can leave his charge to you. You two will not be penalized for anything he does, but someone needs to keep an eye on him.
Yeah. He's gone a little crazy since the last time him and I were here. So.
Fair enough. From what I've been told, you have been going about protecting people, so I can understand getting stir crazy. But I believe there's something more down there. But, however, that is not my job. I am not a counselor or his friend. So, do take care.
I'm going to do an insight on whether that was more going on inside Nikolai or if it was like down in the sewers.
Okay.
17.
You can tell it's like the sewers have been cleared out, so there's nothing except for the evidence that they've already collected, and they already told you about it because, you know, you were there investigating as well. That, however, is not currently the issue. It's more as if Lieutenant Weston does believe something is going on with Nikolai that he's just not saying out, and he's actively just more or less doing stuff to maybe get attention or maybe deal with an emotional stance that he's not accustomed to dealing with. But not his problem, not his job. So he's just basically telling you guys this because you know him better.
I rolled just to see if I would roll on the magic table because I cast Counterspell, but I don't know if you wanted me to roll on the magic table, so I rolled anyways.
No, because I didn't want Nikolai to be arrested immediately for accidentally casting a spell.
Gotcha. But, I mean, if I would have rolled a nat 1, then I would have rolled automatically, so yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Lieutenant Weston is thinking more or less along these lines, Dust.
Okay.
But he does state, good luck to the rest of you. Honestly, while I don't know exactly what's going on, I do and have been informed that you have been given clearance to do things here and there. And while I understand Mr. Nikolai's attempt to help the city, you can restrain people and bring them in. There is no need for violence, especially inside of a city. I can understand out of self-defense and the like, but please be aware of that. Murder is still a crime.
Yes, it is, and we will try to work with that, but so. Okay, good to see you again, Lieutenant Weston.
Do you take care, Miss Ada, was it? It's lovely to meet you. And the rest of your gaggle, who has already left the building.
Yeah.
He nods, salutes, and begins to head out.
So, hey, Dust. You want to have that talk now? As Nikolai kind of cocks his head sideways a little bit.
What talk?
I don't know. You said you wanted to talk. I felt like you needed to talk about some stuff. Maybe we should talk. I don't know. Maybe.
I wanted to talk.
What?
And then he'll just walk away.
Hey, don't walk away from me. You put freaking elementals and framed me, and then I had to go spend a night in jail. What's the wrong with you?
I sent elementals to gather info.
Why were the elementals killing things that they were protecting me? Why did they decide to kill things? Why did you not make them non-lethal?
I had no idea that it would go. Well, I had an idea. But I knew that potentially you'd need some help. So I asked a few of them to watch over you both. I did not know that they would go. I did not realize that they would kill.
Dust, you would know that, well, you didn't necessarily give them orders to kill. You do know that if an enemy is actively trying to kill another individual, they would, if it's the person that you ordered to protect, would incline go to a violence means if it was necessary.
Oh yeah, no, Dust knows that. But he knows that Nikolai doesn't know.
Yeah. Okay, fair.
So are you trying to get me in trouble for a purpose, or was I just doing something to protect the common welfare for no reason, and you decided to make me punished, put me in jail, and then felt like I was tormented because I've done some kind of wrong for your emotional state or something like that? What do you mean?
Nikolai?
Yes.
You've gone off the deep end. In some ways. Sometimes you need that reminder. So that you can come back.
Nikolai, roll history. It wasn't that long ago, so advantage.
Oh, a history check with advantage. Let's get
natural
What do
once.
we got?
Natural one.
We got a 10.
In a 3. Both are not that great.
Yep.
Thinking back on the information you have and thinking on Dust's own part, it does seem that Dust was trying to actively protect people here and there as well. So he was more or less doing the exact same thing you were doing, but he also wanted to protect you. That much you know is true, but in the same situation at hand, you just want to blame someone, and he's honestly the one closest thing you have to actively blaming. You can't blame the elementals because you don't know who they are. You couldn't even see them, but you knew Dust casted them. But that's not really something you're thinking about right now. You go back in the memory and you just rehear that one bandit's voice. Look, we all gotta make a living, alright? I kill people to make my living. And let's be honest, we're basically the same, you and I. I can smell another killer from a mile away. You and me, we do the same damn thing. I mean, you just might be a little bit better at it than I am, like maybe a little bit. But at the end of the day, we're just the same kind of person.
Dust, I want to get this straight right now. Is that right now, what's important to me is not getting this contract. Is getting this contract done and getting it over with, because I feel like that is more important than anything else. I know we have a really strong relationship, but I feel like that takes precedence over everything else.
Dust won't really say anything. He'll just continue walking.
Mm-hmm. As you continue to walk, you can tell that the day is more or less closer to 11 now. You spent a good amount of time just taking care of things, Nikolai, getting some meals here and there. And when you're walking around, just honestly stretching your legs, something in the back of Ada's mind remembers something. You technically have a date at noon, which is happening in less than an hour at the old magic shop.
Oh,
Not an
don't
actual
know if I
date.
see her leave it. I don't know if I see her leave or not, but
She
I
doesn't
would-
know where it is, so she probably should ask before leaving.
Well, the
So
individual didn't say you couldn't bring anyone. Just
So Ada,
you were gonna meet
Ada, where are
there.
you trying to go today? Do you have a meeting? Do you have a place to meet somebody?
Yeah, but I have no idea where that place is.
The magic shop?
Yes.
I guess that's a place we could go. I mean, I don't really have anywhere else to be, I suppose.
I guess the best will be like, we know it is where it is. We'll show you. Do you want us to be there, or is this something that you kind of want to do on your own?
You guys, I'll allow you guys to be there, but when I ask you to leave, can you leave?
Fine.
Very well.
Thank you.
All right. As all of you begin to trudge along to the magic shop, you are able to get there with time to spare. If you need to shop here, you can easily shop here. Or if you need to do other things, maybe ambush someone, you can easily put yourselves to the side. But eventually, the individual that Ada is meeting will arrive here. But with time. And with that, we will take our 5-minute break here.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. So I'll be back in 5 minutes, probably a little bit earlier than that, but you have 5 minutes to go to the bathroom, eat, drink, whatever. Not necessarily in that order. I'll be right back.
Gosh, there's like so
with that experiment, there was some agreement that was made.
Hmm?
That
Or
Ada
before
can't
or after?
remember.
And you're not sure what exactly is going on there. So that is something to keep in mind, but I'm not saying this is part of that. But I'm also not saying that. But you should have that information going in this.
Dogma, please look at the meme that I just
I was
posted.
going to ask.
I was saying thick because apparently our Dust and Nikolai's relationships are kind of like in a thick patch right now. So yeah.
Fair enough.
Let's see, Nikolai needs a wake-up call. Dust needs, I don't know, support. I assume.
Therapy.
There. Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right, everyone ready?
Ada needs a shrink. Opal needs
Yeah, I'm
to
back.
just chill the fuck out. Whisper, I don't know what Whisper needs. She just needs to be, I don't know, just find a cottage out in the wilderness and live by herself. Fauna needs to go back to the Feywilds, and Amara probably just needs to just chill and hang out with people.
Amara's fine.
I just had a thought of Nikolai just going to couples therapy.
We're not a couple.
Far from it.
I need to go find Jaina and I'll feel better.
I mean, Julian.
Her name is Jaina. What do you mean, Julian? Whatever. Fuck.
He's in the merchant tomorrow. All right. I'm assuming everyone's ready.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe more spooky, or at the very least different.
Ooh.
Noble houses, maybe. No. I'll just go with what I usually do and go with Wilderness Path.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You guys heard this multiple times. No need for the ooh.
I know, but I've had a couple. I've had
I've had a
few
few.
drinks.
Not
That's
gonna
fair.
lie, ever since we started the session, I turned down the music, and then now I really want to listen to it, but I don't know how to do it anymore. It's been so long.
That's fair.
This is becoming like one of my like the jams. I don't know. It's just like this song.
Classic.
But as your team gets to the magic shop, which you've seen multiple times beforehand, well, multiple times as in once when you were here, you regroup back here. Thankfully enough, you know the way. Ada, you and the rest of the gang were here, I'm going to say 20 minutes before the person said at high noon, which is just noon. You're just being appropriate. So is there anything you come up with, or are you just waiting?
Ada looks towards the others. Do you guys need a shop or anything?
Yeah, totally. I could definitely shop. Nikolai transforms. He's gonna shapeshift into. Let's do. I'm gonna do a high elf kind of form with some rogue, or like with some like robes that are more elegant, and then walk into the magic shop.
All right. You walk in. High elven, high bred elf. You look like that now.
Very nice. Very nice.
Controlled by Nikolai. Oh, not yet.
Oh, so close.
There we go. You should have control now.
Cool.
You come in, and one of the attendants, Yolta, does state, "Hey, can we help you with something, miss?"
Oh no, I'm just looking. I'm on a search for some dragon's tongue, and I believe I'm looking for what was it? Some kind of staff of some kind. But yes. Let me browse your wares, and I'll look around first. But yes.
All right. Dragon's tongue is to the left corner, and staves are to the right. Top shelf.
Alrighty, thank you.
It goes back to helping these two customers. You get to a nice little cage which has a whole bunch of instruments here and there, a whole bunch of spell scrolls, and some magical books.
Cool. I'm just browsing while Ada's doing her thing, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to make an appearance and basically just do something different. Yeah.
You go into the magic shop, to window shop.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'll look at some items later after Ada's thing.
Dust, he'll just be sitting off onto the side, looking through the letters that he got from Serrano's family.
Yeah. The rest of the group just basically pushes away any NPCs that are in the area. Well, any non-group NPCs. Opal and the gang just basically mean mug everyone until they leave. Giving you guys plenty of space. But while investigating the papers, Dust, you do come across a few here and there. There's one that is labeled the Pink Pegasus for some reason. You open it up. This is one of the weird letters that doesn't correlate with the others. And inside it does give a missive. It simply reads, Serrano, are you in town? What's going on? Haven't heard from you for about 3 months. Alright, send this back if you know where I am. You probably don't. You just have to put it back to the owl missives and you should be fine. And that's all it says. But it quite literally said that. There were no words, just a message within your mind that was read out loud.
Oh, interesting.
You might be able to pick a magical signature from this if you have a diviner or some high-level mage caster. Or someone that can, understand magical properties at a fundamental level. But you go through the files soon enough. And soon enough, high noon does come. And I want everyone to go ahead and roll an intelligence saving throw. And I do mean everyone. Nikolai, even in the shop.
That's going to be a 7.
Oh,
Wow. Good job, Dust.
Natural 20.
Nice.
dang.
I'm going to make an NPC multi-check roll. Oh, wow. All right, I'm gonna say the crowd fails. Apparently, Opal, Fano, Whisper, Amara pass. Everything begins to almost... It's weird. It feels as if the area is slowing down until it comes to a literal halt. Dust, you can see that people aren't really moving anymore as you see the busy street no longer moving. Amara, Opal, Fano, Whisper, you do see them more or less moving slowly. And you can tell that they're still active like you, but unlike you, you're able to fully move without too much of an issue. You can tell that they are maybe reduced to half speed, and maybe any attacks they do are at disadvantage, and any spells they cast out that requires a check, the individual does have an advantage on that. That being the case, though, when you see all this, you then notice that the time itself is not stopped. Rather, it's slowed down so much that everyone appears just not moving. But then immediately you do see Ada not break away from the spell, but is released from the spell as she then moves as much as you do. But in the southern direction, you do see someone just simply walking to where you're at. Do you stand still and fake it, or do you just let them know that you're able to move?
Dust is not really going to hide it, but he's not going to move forward at all.
Okay.
So he's just gonna stand there, and if Ada needs help, he can move forward.
Yeah.
So he's not gonna hide it, but he's not gonna really do anything.
You can tell that this individual pointed towards Ada and released her from the spell. But as they move forward, you do see... Honestly, it's a very tall woman, about 7 feet tall, with very strange anklets all around her. She does carry herself with a high class-born kind of situation, and has weird bended blades around her head. As she gets close, she does look towards Ada, and in a very soft, not angelic voice, but one that brings you at ease. I don't know about Ada, because currently this woman, you have no idea who she is, but she has information you want. So I don't know if it puts you at ease. She does state, "It is noon.
Oh, am I? There you go. Ada just looks up and down at the woman. Wow, you're... No offense, but you're really tall. I'm not saying that in a rude way.
It is a simple fact. And I don't know Arida's preferences, but she is gorgeous. Easily a 10 out of 10. And based off of her clothing, oh, so rich? So that's not fair. Not to say Ada isn't good looking, but how can someone be so blessed? That's not fair. But she does look towards you. And simple enough, she does state, "Now then, it does seem that a few people," looks towards Dust and the rest of the gang, minus Nikolai in the shop, "are able to see and hear this. As long as you don't mind, I don't mind."
It'll be fine. At least I think it will be.
It should be, if you trust these
That
individuals. Dust, you were saying?
When she looks at Dust, if she does, Dust will just kind of give a curtly nod.
She more or less curtsies at you. You can tell that her mannerisms are that of a noble woman. So she has had etiquette training and the like. Not just for show. But she turns back to Whisper and the gang, and she does a fellow bow to them as well. Whisper just spits on the ground. Fauna more or less attempts a replication of her curtsy. Amara would know how to do it, and Opal just awkwardly bows just to mock her, you assume. But she turns back to Ada soon enough, and she does state, "Now then, what deal would you like today? And what price would you like to pay?"
Is there a price I had to pay?
Depends on the deal.
Possible to regain my memory. Like about our deal and everything I've forgotten.
That is a wide scope. And for that, I suppose the equivalent would either be the memories you have gained after you have lost them. The same time frame. Not everything, but the same amount of time. Either that, or something very valuable to you.
How long does it take for all my memories to return?
That would be a different deal. But this is enough of a different sway, I could tell you a little bit. One would be to potentially have someone to divine them back into you. Another would for you to accept an offer from us, and in turn be given the gift.
The gift of my memory?
Of course. if that is what you sought to seek.
Well, what would I have to offer? Like you said, I would do something for you.
I suppose that is something you can do as well, if you are willing.
Depends on the thing.
Then I will offer you 3 payments. One would be the amount of time you have lost in the new memories you share today. Another would be a job to do in the town of Dawn. The third would be dangerous, but it can be done anywhere, so long as you carry... And she looks towards Nikolai's direction, but you're not sure if they're looking at Nikolai, but you can assume that one with you.
Can you go to description?
She describes Nikolai.
No, like of the 3 things I have to do.
Oh, of course. The payment is easily enough. I would take the memories, strip them away from you, and you will regain your old ones. The second one, in Dawn, you would have to acquire an item from a nobleman. But I will not tell you details until you accept that job. But it shouldn't be too difficult for your skill set. And the third would be getting rid of the broker that is not part of us.
The what now?
Another broker in town, as some would put it. Another deal maker. A contractor.
Is it the same maker that Ida points to Nikolai he's stuck with?
Indeed. It's why he's necessary for it. As soon as you make any of those payments, he can return the memories to you.
I could choose which one? I don't have to do all 3.
No. We are not so difficult to work with. Which is why you worked with us before.
You know, you really should have explained that. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. What deal did I make?
That is not for us to say.
Oh my
Secrecy
gosh,
is
okay.
our best interest. And disclosing of such secrets would require payment.
What payment would that be?
Ada, what was that?
What payment would that be?
He's not as heavy as regaining everything back. I would like you to break a heart.
Mentally or physically break a heart? There's
Either. It can be emotional. It can be physical. I'll leave that to your discretion.
Yeah, I can't do that. I'm not a killer or in the mood to mentally destroy someone.
Very well then. I'll give you other options. One would be to mend a heart. And the third would be to be given a heart. Either way of reading that can be to your discretion. Easy enough payments for someone so... Well, you already know who you are.
Honestly, I have no idea anymore who I am.
I
Or even
did not
what I am.
mean mentally. I mean outwardly.
Oh.
You
Oh.
are quite gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. I
Not a
the
compliment.
same thing
A
too.
simple
Oh,
term of fact. Easily
Oh.
enough, people define that as what they desire.
oh. So let me just get all of this straight. Either I can make the deal of getting all my memories back, or make the deal of getting the memory of our recent our recent deal. I'll just say that, right?
The memory deal is not one you made with us, and it may not be a deal you made altogether, just simple memory loss. But we can return it to you by making that deal, but you can make more than one deal here. These are just the ones you have stated today. We are in, as people would put it, working terms. And as long as you pay, we are willing to listen.
How long would I have to kill Nikolai's negotiator?
When you decide to. As long as he is with you, you would have a way to call them towards you and bring them down. And after you pay, we will hold up our end of the bargain.
I'll take that deal then.
Very well then. She begins to make symbols in the air. Dust, you can see these. And they are written in a very old language. Dust, you can tell it's primordial, and Ada, you can tell this as well. But the way it's inscribed and inscripted, it feels older than the primordial you are aware of. But you can still read it. And the contract, magical contract, is written in the air. And it does read the following. Well, following jest rules. It's not written clearly. Well, I'll just hear it. It does read as follows. Two bound to a contract, two to their word. One falters, the other may. In turn, none may sway. If one sways, both break, and to end. The simplest terms for that, Ada and Dust, you can roll insight, or you can ask her. Either one.
I'm rolling insight.
Yeah, Dust will be more of an insight because he's far enough away, and this is a deal between them.
Makes sense. You both rolled surprisingly well.
We rolled really well.
Yeah.
Finally.
I mean, look at your modifiers. Did good. You can tell that the basic inscription of this primordial contract just basically reads, we made a deal. If anyone backs out, the other one can back out in turn. So if you screw them over, yeah, you ain't getting their side. But if you do manage to succeed to pay your end, they have to pay their end. There is no loophole here. It's simple fact. If you aren't bound to the word that you gave, you're bound to the meaning of the word. So you can't say, oh, I killed the person, so you have to pay up. And then you just revive that person because you didn't want to kill them. They technically died, but you revive them. It's the meaning behind the message. So no one can back out in here. Which Dust, you and Ada can tell something is off about that. Because usually with contracts, there are usually legislation and things of that nature. So there are loopholes. Because like Nikolai, people like to screw people over. So whoever this person is and whoever they are, Ada, they might not be demons, devils, fae. They are different. But maybe just as strong. You're not entirely sure. Well, maybe not just as strong, but clearly there's something about them that's different than a demon, devil, or fae. But as they finish up the wording, she does state to you, press your palm upon this, and the words we have given will be met when they are.
Ada presses her palm on the contract. Yes.
As you do so, you begin to see the words envelop upon your hand and go around your wrist until they become invisible. In turn, you do see that the same type of pattern goes towards her around her wrist and binds in turn until it goes invisible. Very well then. Until we meet again. And she begins to leave.
Well, bye.
She nods, looks towards the dust, and the girl group, because I still can't believe most of your group, ironically enough. She looks towards them, looks towards dust, and looks towards dust again. You're rather eye-catching as well, but not today. You're not sure what that means, but she might have been hitting on you.
Dust will take that as a compliment.
And after she turns the corner, you can tell that time is speedily moving along and then goes back to normal while everyone didn't notice anything that happened and just simple going along their day.
So anyways, is this a red dragon tongue or a green dragon? I can never tell the difference. One usually is more grainy, and the other one is more. It has a rough texture, and it has scaly. Can you help me with these?
Yeah, sure, whatever. The only tongues we have though are green and blacks. Dragon tongues.
Okay.
Although they might have been too close together that they made a red.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I would rather have
it
the
might
green
have
one.
accidentally bled into each other.
Okay.
I don't know. Sometimes magical abilities do that, which is why sometimes we can make boots and make them, cast face step on them.
I see.
Yeah, natural enchantment.
Yeah. Well, how much is it for the one?
The one tongue, not that expensive. If you want both, we can definitely cut a deal. But 100 gold for the green tongue.
Okay. What would you use? I'm not really. I haven't had many spells that I usually use these. But
it's a green and blue dragon tongue. My bad. I really should learn how to write.
Gotcha. Well, I'll think about it. What was? I'll go take a gander at your stabs, and see which one I fancy over there.
All right. I'm pretty sure the plural is staves, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't make them.
Yes, staves. That's correct.
I don't know. I'm just messing with you as he walks away.
Kind of after the encounter, Dust will walk in with the letter that's labeled the Pink Pegasus.
Mm-hmm.
And be like, hello, ma'am. I'm looking to potentially figure out where this letter is attached with a message, and I was wondering how I could reply back to them.
Oh, certainly. Would you care for a divination or perhaps just investigating this letter altogether?
I'm willing to pay for a divination.
Very well then. That shouldn't be that expensive. Only simple 20 gold.
Okay. And he'll lay it down.
You lay it down, and she begins to cast some sort of spell. She begins to speak in what appears celestial to you. If you know it, you know it. If you don't, you don't. But she begins to cast a scrying spell. As soon as that happens, she then begins to more or less blink and then re-blink and finishes the spell. She does look towards you, and with an easy enough word, does state, it does seem that this person is currently in a town pretty far away, but not impossible to get to. Have you ever heard of the town called Verta? It's to the east, behind the Great Iron Wall.
Yes, I've heard of the wall.
Yes.
I've heard of Verda.
It's the closest city we have to, well, Mist. Pretty difficult to get there so long as you don't have clearance, but not impossible if you take the trout routes and have a merchant accompanying you. You could potentially, I suppose, pose as a bodyguard to get through. Either that or join the military.
In time, I may be going there, but not for any time soon.
Very well. They may move from
biggest
time to
thing is-
time. Not everyone stays in the exact same place. But right now they are in Verta. So if you ever want to find out where they are again, just let me know.
Very well. I'm just trying to more of possible way of contacting them.
Oh, if you know the spell sending,
I actually do not. That is, I am a spellcaster, but that is not in my repertoire.
I'm afraid it's not in mine either. If you can find someone that knows sending spell, she begins to write something down, and in a magical language, this is their marker. It's not their name, but it's something you can communicate with them if you ever have the sending spell. She hands it over to you.
Okay. Would a sending stone be possible to use with this as well, without, of course, engraving the symbol on the
sending stone is only connecting to the main line of other sending stones.
Okay, very well. Thank you.
Sorry I couldn't be of much help, but I do know that there's a stronger diviner out there to the west in Dawn if you need further investigation. But they are a little bit more expensive, so I do caution that.
I am on my way to Dawn, so could you potentially give me that information?
Sure. They are at the Lucky Rabbit, a casino there, and they mainly do, well, it's simply considered a trade show, which just means that they show off their trade and their magical. It's basically a magic show. But their, I suppose either stage name or real name would suffice to you. They are known as Lucky Jack as their stage name. And oh my god, I didn't even know I gave him that name. And their real name is Jack Daniels. I didn't even see that. What happened?
Pretty solid names right there. And it goes against your V names.
Yeah. Anyways, the Lucky Rabbit is the basic casino they're at. Lucky Jack is their stage name, and Jack Daniels is their real name. But yes, you should be able to find them in this manner.
Thank you very much.
Of course.
And with that, Dust will leave.
Before Dust leaves, actually, Nikolai, as this other lady, will walk up to the counter and say, "Well, I was looking at this wonderful staff here. It's the staff. Which is the staff? What is the staff you have here? It looks like the staff of, is it a healing staff or a charming staff? I'm not sure. Which one would you think it would be?"
The one you're currently carrying, miss?
Yes. That one. This one, right here. I lay it on the counter.
That is neither. That is a staff of warding.
Staff of warding. Ah, I see. What does it do?
It wards and protects those that the caster casts upon them. It gives them a little boost of an aura. That gives them 1d4 for about a minute.
You have any of the staffs that I mentioned?
We do have a healing staff, yes.
Oh, yeah, wonderful. Yeah, that would be very useful, actually.
All right. Let me go check. She goes to the staff area, comes back and brings out the staff of healing.
Before she comes back, Nikolai will transform back into his original self.
Okay.
Darn it, Nikolai, Dust left. Gosh damn it.
He only went into there because he was just like, "Oh, I'm right here. This is something I'm interested in." Walk in. Okay. Walk right back out.
Yep.
Hey, how you doing? What's going on? How you doing? Find out what's good.
Fine. She's currently carrying the staff. Do you know where she describes the woman you were went?
The what now?
I'm afraid I didn't catch her name, but she was looking at staffs and wanted a staff of healing.
A healing staff. That sounds fun. What is it? What's it do?
It has 10 charges upon it. While holding it, you can use an action to expend one or more of its charges to cast one of the following spells from it, using your spell save DC and spellcasting ability modifier. Cure wounds 1 charge per spell level up to 4th, Lesser Restoration 2 charges, and Mass Cure Wounds 5 charges. The staff does regain 1d6 plus 4 expended charges daily at dawn. If you expend the last charge, roll a d20, and on a 1, the staff vanishes in a flash of light, lost forever.
What? Okay.
It's quite powerful.
Sounds good. And I'll take a drink of whiskey and of the bottle that I have on me.
Yes. She puts it to the side at the counter. If you do find that woman, just let her know I have the staff. But I do need to stay in the back counter to keep an eye and finish and finalize.
No
payments.
problem. Yeah. Have a good day. Have a good one.
You as well?
Bye. I leave the shop. Nick, what are you doing letters and things? What are you trying to send in letters to people in there? What's going on?
This is one of the letters that we got from Serrano's children. That I got. There is a potential contact for me among them. So I was wondering if I could potentially reach out to them. I have a way of reaching out to them, but I need someone who has the sending spell in order to contact them. As of, I do not have that spell.
I see.
You give the message, and everyone looks around. Amar does state, don't have that either. Opal, nope. Whisper, I do know someone in this town that does, though. Fauna does state, I'm afraid I don't have that one.
You said you know someone in town who does, Whisper?
Yes, it'll take me a little bit to get in contact with them, but I should be able to find them.
I would like to speak with this individual potentially.
All right. Give me a few hours, and I should be able to make contact with them. Where would you like to meet?
Here in the next little while, I will be meeting with someone at. I want to say it's the Raven's Feather.
I think so. Yeah.
Let me see. It's in my notes.
Oh, I literally have it. Restaurant date.
It's the Raven's Feather.
Wow.
Wow.
It's the Raven's Feather.
Yeah.
Wow.
In my notes. How awesome is that? I remembered the name.
Nice.
So, hey, Tuff, did we go into that bar that we mentioned before? You know, the one that we've been to? You know? Yeah.
Not Dust. Nikolai, we did a bar crawl before in this town.
You did.
We've been to
Don't
every.
remind me about that.
Whisper does state. It was kind of fun, honestly. That being the case, though, yeah, I'll go look for them. Give me a few hours, but I should be able to make contact with them. Enjoy the bar. Looks towards Ada, Amara, Opal, and Fauna. If you guys need anything, just let me know. Ada, I don't know who that person was. But again, I am inclined to help you. You know, if you want to take them out or take them out, just let me know.
Hey, Fauna and Amara and Opal, you should go with Whisper and help her.
Fauna looks towards you. Why?
You should really, really go with them, with her, because I think it'd be really important. Fuck.
You just grab both of her shoulders and just... You don't make any sense. You're just more or less screaming in her face. Like, it's really important that you go with her. Nothing changes.
Fine. I didn't want to do this, but Dust, I feel like we should talk about what's going on right now.
I got a little time.
Amara moves forwards. Fauna, it seems that they're trying to work something out, and they do need time with each other. Can you accompany me and Opal to somewhere else? Any reason why? They would like privacy, and it would be rude for someone that doesn't know them as much as anyone else does. I don't really understand, but okay. Looks towards Opal. Are you coming? I kind of want to watch this train wreck, but...
You want to be in the background. I mean, that's okay if you want to feel like you're okay. Like if you're in the background, if you hide. I mean, if you want to see it. I mean, if that tickles your fancy and whatnot, that's okay. But whatever.
Now that I have permission, it's kind of boring now.
That's what I was going for. So leave.
She begins to leave.
Dust will say it is getting colder, so it might be a good idea as they're leaving just to prep to get stuff.
You want to go inside to the magic shop? Oh, that'd be a great idea. Let's go inside to the magic shop.
No, Nikolai, not here.
Yes, here.
Not here.
I really wish I knew how many times I could roll my eyes in a D&D campaign. Fine.
Where do you guys go?
If Nikolai wants to talk about things,
Can we go to the blacksmith? I would like to go to a blacksmith. That'd be a great place to talk.
Dust is actually wanting to go to some place potentially secluded.
Maybe a crematorium. I don't know. Maybe a
places you know
a
are
mortuary, or I don't know.
The places you know are here that are secluded more or less are, well, you know the blacksmith, but that's not secluded. You know the town guard station. You can go back into the cell if you really wanted to. There is a building along the road here that is another bar that you've went to but never technically used in the map area. That you can go to and just talk things out. Rarely people visit there. It's not to say they don't have customers, but they're just offshoot wall area that if you go there, you can go there. You can also get your privacy there. You can also go to the restaurant and just order a booth.
Can we go to somewhere that has weapons?
Yes, you do.
Let's go to that. Dust personally would rather go to that one bar.
Fine. Okay, if you don't order me a drink that has at least alcohol that I can feel it, then we're not staying there.
You go to a bar, quite literally called Bar by the Road. It's a very big place, but surprisingly enough, not as many people as you would imagine. Not a lot of tables are packed, but they don't seem to mind. It's just an area that people just dine, eat, and do whatever. They mind their own business and they move along.
Dust will go up to the counter. He's not going to be drinking
I'm going to be
alcohol,
drinking.
but he is going to get. Dust will be essentially asking for some juice for himself,
Hmm.
and then he'll be like, "And what is the liquor that you are most proud of here?"
By taste, probably Graves Ale.
We get a bottle of that, or a jug.
All right, that'd be
Hmm.
5 copper. He takes out a very large gray bottle.
5 copper.
And he'll just, and Dust will pay for it all, and then if Ada, are you coming with us to this bar? Or-
Yeah, probably.
Okay, and then he'll also pay for what Ada or for whatever Ada wants.
It doesn't want anything.
Okay.
So you
Just-
don't have to pay for anything.
Ada takes some water, which is free. You easily enough get your stuff, get your potential meal, and you definitely get your drink. You get the bottle and the 2 cups. Honestly, it probably costs a silver for the entire bottle, but you don't know why he's being that friendly. But easily enough, you get everything, and Nikolai is currently waiting at a table.
I'm gonna I'll switch my spots. I'll go in the corner. I'll go move over here.
And Dust will just essentially put the jug in front of Nikolai. Here you go.
Oh, you've brought me presents. Appreciate it. What is this fine liquor?
On the thing, it just reads Graves Ale.
Very nice. I pour myself a tankard full of the ale, and then I down it.
You pull half the bottle in there. Because the bottle is not big. It is long, but it is not big. You pull
Okay.
half of it in there, which is fine. You just take a good swig. It is strong, and it is very syrupy, to the point of very sweet ale. It is quite
Like
strong,
a bad
but
sweet.
no, it's the best way I can describe it is pancake syrup. Like you're eating pancakes.
Mm-hmm.
And if you feel like if you drink more than a bottle of this, you'd probably feel sick. But 1 bottle would just make you feel great.
Cool. Dust. What's going on? Why are we here?
You were the one who said you wanted to talk.
I know, but Ada brought up the notion that you felt like I needed to consult you with some issue that you were having.
Very well. What you were proposing to do back at the overhang is very similar to what happened to my family, my clan. Appearing out of nowhere, and attacking, killing, taking, scattering, And it was a little too close to home. That happened to me. I lost my sister, my good friends, other members of my family. I am searching for them. I'm searching for my clan. I'm searching for my sister most of all. It is one reason why I have become who I am today. And I did not want to be exactly like those who took my sister. And scattered my family. That is why I am why I reacted the way I did. And the way you were going, I see much of those men who attacked. Those individuals from the Element Plains. They came and they appeared out of nowhere on the clan.
Why did they attack?
We don't know.
How old were you?
I was about 7 or 8. About the only information that I have on why they did it is what I gathered from the library that we went to before we went to Isles. To the capital. The fact that they were taking people for experimentation. Their own process. And at that, just Dust will just kind of slam on his fist on the table. Her back. And I don't even have a clue if she's still alive. For I know she's not on this plane.
I don't know if I should say this, but how does one know that the difference between how tabaxi are raised and how kobolds are raised, the generational differences are comparatively not the same.
That is not the issue. It was the act of what was happening that drove me. It caused me to act the way I did. Regardless of if they are good or evil. My opinion.
Did you have
Why
anyone?
would she go through that?
Did you have anyone that was part of your tribe that you highly regarded that was your leader, or were all of you held at the same regard, standing?
Dogma?
You do have a leader, but it's more of the situation at hand when you do need to do business. It's not like this is the leader, you have to follow with everything you say. It's more like this guy is the oldest guy that has lived in your village. So,
More of the elders of the clan. We have the elders of the clan, but I have no idea where they are at, if they are even alive.
So if you see this in a different light, don't mean to cast harm, but Dust, I know that we have become well known to each other, but in the circumstances of yourself, things came upon you without warning, and they attacked. I saw that the woman was in a situation that she did not see was fit to herself after the fact that you left, but I did not know after I had ended one of their lives that it happened to be unfortunate that she was trapped on her own accord, that she was there among the kobolds and they worshipped her as one of their leaders. In your situation, it was different. I was taking the stance of wanting to benefit myself, yes, and take what I would say as a benefit to get out of the contract for me. I didn't look very far into it, but that's what I saw.
There were people who I loved, people that I cared about, but I have no idea if I will ever see them again.
You know, I've never had a father or a mother. Never had a chance to call someone that. Never have I been fortunate enough to have the feeling that someone cared about me enough to call them a family member. But it seems like I've had a call to do something to get out of the situation that I'm in. Don't mean to be uncaring about your past, but it seems like you have a connection to something that I've done, but I don't see how a direct connection to some kind of race that you are not familiar with is equivalent to what your past has become and how you have emotional ties to what it is. If you are truly my friend, I don't see how you would be able to help me in one of those situations to get out of the situation that I am in. And I will be able to help you find the people that you care about the most.
I am willing to help you, Nikolai. But in that situation, it was by far a no. Just because it came in a little too close to home.
Nikolai, roll a wisdom save.
Oh gosh.
You're the one that asked for it.
I know. 10.
That's middle.
It's kind of low actually, but yeah.
Yeah. Based on the information you have, based on everything you've seen, you can tell that Dust is trying to help you, but he doesn't want to get his hands dirty in the way that you don't see getting your hands dirty. This is something you feel like you have to do based off of your own actions, based off of the current time that's ticking away. You honestly can't really discern whether or not it's a good thing or a bad thing. Rather, you just know that you're running out of time, and the more you can take, the faster you can take it, the more time you have for yourself. You're not sure if this is a good thing or a bad thing. You just know that this is something you believe you have to do. Not because it's good, not because it's evil, but because you're running out of time. And you're not seeing it as either. Just something that you believe needs to be done in order for you to survive.
I think the most important thing is for me to live on. And I don't know if you're not willing to help me, I don't know how we're meant to move forward and where we're going.
Dust looking at Nikolai. There's more than just taking lives. It can set you free.
How is there not more than taking lives if I'm meant to take souls to pay the debt that I'm owed?
Nikolai, the individual that Ada was meeting with today desires for the person that holds you in contract to die.
Who is this woman?
No one knows.
Or, in my opinion, it seems like they are very similar in the aspect of their work. But this individual seems a lot more fair and open. Doesn't use the loopholes as much. In fact, didn't use any loopholes at all. It was pretty straightforward about what they desired. Wouldn't you say so, Ada?
That whole time, just looking down at her glass of water until her name was called. Finally, zoning into the conversation. She nods.
Hey, go your tongue.
Nikolai, go ahead and roll another wisdom saving throw. This time at an advantage.
At advantage?
Yeah, for reasons.
Okay. 16.
Oh my god.
It's better than a 10.
Yeah. Better than a 6. As you
I
begin
know, I was scared for a second.
as you begin to hear these words, there is a power struggle happening. And Nikolai, you begin to hear this, and it does give you hope. Some type of hope to advance and move forwards. And then you remember something that you heard not that long ago from one Miss Fauna. You remember something along the lines of, there are ways of getting out of this. One would be, well, to nullify the contract in some way or form. You would need the words of them. And another would simply be to get rid of one end of the party. It wouldn't be impossible to do that. In fact, that's how my mother got out of her contract. So, with the words at hand, you do believe that something is possible. Something is there.
Dust, I need this. And Ada, I need this as well. I need you both right now. And I start to take the rest of this drink, and I pour them both a drink, and I want to do a toast. I want to say that I'm toasting right now to us as friends and to those that bind us, that we might slay them and end our suffering. We do this, and we will be free.
Your contracts may cause you both suffering. My contract, on the other hand, was self-inflicted. I do not know how it will fare. But
I guess on your terms, I think that is more of your preference, but on the terms of Ada having the free will to help me with mine, and you having the free will to assist in that matter, I think that is what I was going. That is my intent.
Oh.
I will help you both with your with your contracts.
Nikolai, roll one more wisdom saving throw at advantage based off of things I'm not going to tell you.
Okay.
Plus 2.
Things. Ooh.
Oh, a 20.
Oh, yeah.
So the first one you didn't make was 12. You failed that.
Okay.
So the next one got harder. It was 15. You got 16, so you barely passed.
Okay.
The last one you didn't make, because you made the first one, was a stable 15. So 20 definitely beat that.
Okay.
So you feel a little bit better. You feel a little bit stronger, and you can tell that this is one way of defeating this entity, this darkness, to get rid of them and to keep yourself here and alive. Having these people here definitely keeps you in check and in balance. Maybe you don't feel like what you're doing is wrong. Maybe you do. Maybe you just described it in your own mind and twisted it so you don't have to think about it. But right now, they are giving you a different way, a different option. So you do take it into consideration. Maybe not fully, completely, but you do take it into consideration. And this is a job you can do. So when you guys toast and give your greetings and your thanks, you're glad. And it's honestly been a while since you've been glad. And just a little bit happy, which is good.
It's like maybe Nikolai kind of sighs in more of like a relief, and kind of feels like a little bit more maybe at peace, I guess.
Yeah. As you begin to finish your meals and your drinks, you can tell that time is ticking away. But this time, Nikolai, you're not extremely worried. You are still worried, but not to the point of that only being the thing on your mind. You guys begin to head out to the other restaurant, where Dust will meet their associate, and you will also meet Whisper's associate. I need to change music for this last part. You can tell that things are looking up. As you manage to get here without too much of an issue, you do come across the rest of the gang that made it here before you. You nod, say your words, and salute one another, give greetings. Nikolai, you stand to the side along with everyone else, Ada in turn, and then Dust scooting in. Whisper has yet to get here, but eventually someone does get here. It is the person Dust invited to have a word with them. She's she's well put together after basically getting her best dress kind of thing. She has a nice red gown on with a hood just in case it gets a little dark and cold and she's not sure how long this is going to take. She comes in, looks at the table, and Ada and Nikolai, I want you to both roll insight checks.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Holy
I
cow.
thought that's
How do I roll? I have 2 natural 20s on insight today.
That's impressive, since Nikolai has no idea what this could potentially be about.
Yeah.
No,
No, this is actually perfect. Ada, you can tell that something is off. The way she's dressed and everything like that, it does seem more formal than you were expecting. This is the bar, of course. And people do eat here, have meals and things like that, but she's dressed not appropriate to talk. Nikolai, on the other hand, you can tell that something is off because you were gonna dress like that, like this more or less style, not in this dress. Well, maybe I don't know how Nikolai works. In a nice suit here
Yeah.
and there, to go and ask someone out. You believe this woman thinks or thought she was going on a date with Dust by context clues. You're not sure why Dust brought her along, but she is dressed for a date. And when she looked at the table, you can clearly tell she got sad because it wasn't a one-on-one thing. Nikolai,
I'm gonna do it. I might have to do a sleight of hand to do this with it discreetly, but I want to like message Dust and say, Dust, she thinks you're on a date.
and with that, we'll figure out what happens next time as we end the session for today.